we need you.
And Shenanigans!
Welcome, adventurers from this plane and beyond, to Camaraderie and Shenanigans. I have the misfortune of being stuck with these fucking idiots.
It's Camaraderie and Hot Boys.
Hot Boy Summer, Round 2, Electric Boogaloo. Lauren, Brittany, we still miss you too.
The sequels are always worse.
Yeah, I can't wait for Hot Boy Summer 3. This time it's personal. It's gonna be great.
I was telling them earlier, I think the universe just wasn't okay with how little amount of shenanigans was in the last episode, so they were just like, no, we need to make this happen again.
We're gonna shenan.
So we're here. Oh God, we're here. We have no announcements beyond wishing Brittany and Lauren would please return.
The desperation in Dominic's voice.
This is my plea to my gods. Please.
Pray to Linares, maybe she'll show up.
Maybe someday. With that being said,
happen
somehow. Someday? I don't know.
And Shenanigans!
Relax, grab a snack, and get ready for Camaraderie and Shenanigans! Hot Boy Summer. Get it on camera.
We're professionals.
Get it on camera.
You almost held it down there.
He almost had it.
That was good.
Previously, on Hot Boy Summer, the group had finished a tough encounter with a couple of arcane-powered stone golems on a floating island. Taking some time to investigate the rest of this space, they find the partial remains of what appears to be a sky throne. Legend says these things were talked about in myth. What they actually do and what they're capable of is unknown. And while Kailos attempted to attune to it, something about the rooted creation was damaged, and he was not able to make a full connection. Sim agreed to wander back with you all, check in with Avery to see if maybe he couldn't fly around the world once more.
A robot buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a robot.
Discovering some strange lapses in potential memory within him through a bit of questioning. Unable to discern an answer to how to get more out of him without maybe breaking some moral rules. You decide to leave him at that and just bring him back with you all, carrying back a intact arcane core of some sort. Upon the deck, Wolfgang and Kailos essentially negotiate a trade, paying off Kailos' debt in exchange for Sim should he be willing to go with them. Sim did agree, and you were off, flying throughout the remainder of the day, landing finally in Laminsa on the Beacon Point Lighthouse. Coming to a stop, you all disembarked, were thoroughly interrogated, and decided to get a couple of you guys licensed while you're in the city, deal with less problems that might come up during that time. For those of you who
we got
want
your
to.
last name reveal. That's right.
A last name reveal for Kailos, indeed. The group huddles back together. Nesta breaks away, leading off to her temple, while the rest of you find yourselves at the Drowning Roots Tavern. A little late night conversation, some thieving of really nice keys.
Successfully.
Attempted.
Attempted thievery. Learning a little bit about the city, and that there might be a few problems nearby, but a festival on the horizon. Everything can
A festival?
be put in order. Might go off without a hitch.
If you got a
Classic
problem,
D&D.
you'll all solve it.
Check out the...
Okay.
DJ revolves it.
Eyes. I think it's about as much as we can do without a
I
copyright.
think, as evening befell you all, Wolfgang, as you were prepping for your rest, a note falls out of your armor.
Almost
Reading
didn't read it.
Through it, you find a bit of a riddle written inside.
What was the riddle? Let's remind the audience.
I'll let you do that.
Got him. You just wrote this down, so.
And in the evenings for Kailas, a visit from his apparent patron. Just checking in, seeing what he was up to, what was going on. It appears he gets glimpses of what you're up to, but not the full story the whole time.
That's how I like it.
And as sleep eventually took you, you find yourselves waking up in the morning. You were the first to sleep. Between you two, and you sleep not nearly as long. So, Professor, what are you up to in the morning of the 12th of the Dragonwrath moon?
As I come out of my meditation, my hearing close will shift, and I will go back to my autumn season.
Okay.
What does that look like again?
That's the standard professor.
That guy?
Yeah,
Like a squash.
The guy.
the guy.
The art.
Yeah, I will shift back and kind of start just like getting some things ready, some items. I'll probably head downstairs.
Upstairs.
Upstairs, right.
As you recall, these rooms are actually located underneath with portcullis windows cut out that let you actually see into whatever channel of water is connected to this area.
That's right. It's dope. Yeah, I'll head upstairs and see if there is anything in the way of breakfast happening, or
Absolutely.
who is that Dragonborn
Yes.
back at the bartender?
Yes, the Black
Back at the bar,
Dragonborn is...
being a bartender.
Yeah, he's kind of opening things up. As he sees you, he kind of waves you down and... If you're gonna want breakfast, it's gonna be a little while. I gotta get the stoves going.
Oh, that's quite all right. Do I have time to wait for breakfast before I have to go to the certification?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no trouble at all. I've got some time. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this magical licensing, would you?
Sure. Most of this city goes through it. If people are concerned enough. It's 10 gold as part of the fee, but it shouldn't be too bad.
Nickel and diamonds.
Oh, all right. Is there any sort of... I've heard of some sort of psychiatric test, or...
We're just gonna ask you if you're a nice person and whether or not you're gonna commit arson and stuff like that. If you're a good person, you'll be fine. Because you seem decent enough.
Thank you. I do think that there is nothing to worry about then.
Your whole troop seemed nice, pleasant.
Yes, despite some of our quirks,
Trust me, there's plenty of quirks out there.
I'm
You're not the first to roll through.
sure you've seen a good number.
Sure have. Let me get that stove going for you. Wait, I don't do fire.
Acid.
Damn it, I do
And a fire kicks up in the back. It's maybe about 40 minutes before he's ready to
Senile old man.
a colorblind dragonborn. Oh shit! My chromatic? I don't know.
What do you use my fire, brother? Okay, Grandpa, let's go take your pills.
Whatever you would like to order, the menu is prepared probably within 40 minutes or so.
Waffles.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Let's see if he knows how to make waffles.
If a donkey can make waffles.
Batter in a fucking thing.
That's a natural 1.
Guess you ain't getting no motherfucking waffles.
Let's see how
Something
well
with a
he
hex
cooks.
pattern.
Right, you're getting
I'll have
pancakes.
like sausage and eggs too.
Covered in
He
ash.
comes out just.
Breathe fire now.
How do you feel about bacon?
I always go for
Excellent. I knew you were a bacon guy. Walks back in there. If there was a fire alarm that could go off, it absolutely. I rolled a natural 2 on the cooking of what he didn't know what waffles were.
Where?
Yeah.
I'm just
Weirdly
kinda
enough, I
sitting
said that
there,
on
just like,
purpose. Eventually, food is brought out to you.
Look at the camera.
Yeah.
The sick
Breakfast
commentary.
is present.
That's funny.
I have a little snack.
You also sleep the shortest by comparison.
I'm sleeping in.
Cool. You'd be up next.
Oh shit! What time is it? I throw on my clothes as quickly as I can. I'm late! Oh, Professor, are we late?
What time is it?
At this point, it's nearing 7 o'clock,
Isn't our appointment at 6?
which was my bad. It's at 9.
Oh, I set my alarm 3
I was
hours
about to
early.
say, like, what the fuck?
No,
like,
no. It's at 9 o'clock.
Made me miss the appointment.
It's at 7 a.m.
Well, I guess I'll stay for some breakfast.
yes, you've got a...
It's very smoky in here.
You have got quite a bit of time beforehand. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Okay, cool. Hey, I got a real hankering. Do you think I could put in a custom order?
What?
A custom order. Can I put in a custom order for breakfast?
As long as it's not waffles.
Oh, don't worry. I don't think it's waffles.
Okay.
What I would like is like a slightly sweetened flat bread that you put into a kind of mold that puts like a crisscross shape into it.
I mean, sure, I can try and figure something like that out. Give me a second.
Cool, and then butter and syrup on top would be wonderful.
You son of a bitch.
If he comes out and makes waffles, I'm gonna be pissed.
We're gonna find out how quickly you turn to summer form.
Does he get an advantage because he explained it so well?
No, he just gets to try again. That's a natural 19.
Yes!
He
What'd you
comes
get for
out
asking for waffles?
with the most perfectly designed, immaculate-looking waffles you have ever seen.
That's exactly what I
Dripping with
dreamt
butter
about.
and syrup.
Oh, great.
And oh shit, we should come up with a name for those.
Yeah, how about like,
Griddle
Called
cakes.
waffles.
that's a great name. Waffles.
Oh.
I've never heard of that before.
TM.
Oh, all right, waffles it is.
Great.
I'm gonna make him some waffles. You were equally brought out, essentially, if you're willing to wait long enough.
My hair just like...
I can't believe I rolled a 19.
So what do you think's gonna be on this test? I've been studying all night.
Well, I was talking to this fellow, and it sounds like that he just asked you if you're a decent enough person or not. And
Well, how do you think you get extra credit?
I don't think there's opportunity for extra credit. I'm pretty sure this is fairly black and white.
If I've learned anything from my studies, the teachers may not advertise that there's an opportunity for extra credit, but there always is.
Spoken like a teacher.
I...
Go see some theater, bring me your ticket stub and a photo of you there, write a little blurb about it, you'll get a couple of points. Anyways.
I don't think that's how this works.
Oh. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's just... Are you going to commit arson? No? Okay, here you go.
Well, I don't have any fire spells.
Oh, then we don't have to worry about that question now, do we?
I think I could probably turn one of my other spells into fire.
Let's not and say we did.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
A plate of waffles is brought out for you.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Of course.
cheers!
There's a practical test too. They're gonna want to see what you're capable of.
Oh. Cool.
Fullest extent, certain level of control. And they kind of go from there. Not every caster's the same when they come walking in looking to get licensed.
Well, I can do a little bit of everything. Is there anything I should prep for?
They're gonna try and make you hit a small target,
Okay, no problem.
and then they're gonna want to see what you're made of. Your
Like a
biggest
fight?
and best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
I
got
really hope I don't have to come back for 4 days and show them every single season that I have.
That I don't know. I'm I don't know how that works.
I mean, I'm sure they've heard of Eladrin before, right?
Well, I wouldn't say we're the most common folk around, but
Oh.
I did see, or I heard of another Eladrin was nearby, yeah.
well, then perhaps they already have some information on that.
The bearded axe. I don't know if you're looking for an ally of yours or...
We could always find out.
Say that I know anyone else that's here.
I wasn't sure.
Are you just assuming that all the Ladrin know each other?
No. I wasn't sure if you were looking for another Eladrin.
Yeah. Maybe that fire breath kind of fogged up your brain a little bit.
No, I do cold. I mean, wait. No, I don't.
Question for you. What color am I?
That's sounding a little racist.
Anyways, I wonder when Wolfgang, Kylus, and Rengwin are gonna get up.
Wolfgang.
An uncomfortable amount of time from now.
About 2 hours later.
What time is it at this point?
It's a little after 7 at this point.
Wolfgang, who would generally have been down by now, is not.
Okay.
Actually, he's taking a little bit longer time. That's all.
Okay.
Clearing his thoughts in the morning.
Stop looking at me.
Wolfgang, as you're kind of prepping, getting dressed for the day, pondering whatever it is that's...
Well, so to be clear, what Wolfgang is actually doing, fuck off, throw something at you. When
That's pretty close.
that was pretty close. Chipped his tooth. When everyone met Wolfgang, he was, pretty clean cut with his, mustache looking good. And at this point, he's got kind of a beard because it's been, over a month, give or take, since I lost my powers. So yeah, beards kind of come in. And as of right now, he is like shaving as clean as possible. He's gonna doing his hair as slick back, and that's kind of what's going on.
As you're kind of shaving a bit along the neck.
Using a really big knife to shave because it's super impractical.
It's super impractical. You go to rinse it in some of the running water, and as you look back up on your chest, just an eye opens up staring at you, and you blink, and it's...
I'm still gonna immediately smack it. It was knee jerk
You notice this dark bruise on your chest.
from where I hit myself.
A third nipple.
It's a third nipple.
No, it's right above your other one that actually exists.
It's my third nipple. Okay. And what is it? It's just a bruise.
Yeah. After you struck it, whatever eye was there is not.
What does it look like?
Darkish purple. Yeah.
Like a little circle?
Yeah, a little bigger than a quarter.
Okay. What's a quarter?
A little bigger than a gold piece.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Kind of just shaking that off and going back to what I was doing. Shaving. Getting all ready to face the day.
All right. You guys wait and wait, and eventually
We know
Rangwin...
how long it takes to get from here to there.
Yeah, assuming you don't get lost or anything like that, it's maybe about 45 minutes or so.
We should probably go before they even come down. I don't want to be late.
I'm leaving exactly at 8 o'clock.
Okay, I'm coming with you, buddy.
All right.
Rangwin and Dark come up, and she heads over to you guys, and she sits down. She's like, so I've been thinking about this whole Dark situation. I'm thinking I'm going to go take him to the temple, chat with Nesta, see if maybe we can't set up some sort of arrangement of him just staying there.
Don't you want to get certified as a caster?
I don't have any magic.
Would you not call your blades magic?
I think they might need to know about that.
Well, they know about it. I got interrogated.
And they're cool with it?
They were fine with it. They just didn't want me using it.
Okay. Guess you know best.
Well, we'll just get certified another time.
Does she know best?
I always know best.
Insight check.
Do the blades count as conjuration? So technically they'd be legal in the city.
You still need to get licensed, though.
15.
15. Yeah, she seems to know best. She knows what she's doing.
Seems pretty unrealistic.
Well, I will say, though, that
It's got great reception. It's fine.
taking care of Doric should take a priority.
Okay.
Kind of what I'm aiming for. I can get certified later on. They were saying it starts at 9. So you don't miss a window.
Okay.
Nerds getting there on time.
I want to get there early. You're not there.
Actually, nerds. I wanted to get to the test on time. Nailed it.
2 high intelligence characters. I'm just gonna head over there now.
Okay, bye. I mean,
Fine.
good luck.
She gets up, starts heading out.
I do hope that they can get him some help.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I know I've seen Nesta do some pretty crazy cool things. I have hope.
It will certainly be a testament to her order if they are able to repair them.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say it's about that time.
Okay.
At this point, Wolfgang's gonna come downstairs.
Okay.
Wolfgang, we're gonna go get certified. You wanna come be moral support?
I do not.
Little bits of toilet paper all over his
I cut myself. But
Okay.
you're gonna do fantastic.
Thanks.
You obviously will also do fantastic. Where's Kylus?
Oh shit! I run up to his room.
I'm not waiting for Kylus, and I walk out.
Okay. I'll just pound. Kylus, certification! All right, I'll meet you there. Or just give me your ring. Hop in your ring, I'll bring you.
Hear a shuffling of blankets.
Fucking teenager, Kylus is.
We gotta catch up.
They hear more groaning.
All right.
Bummed he didn't fuck a mermaid. Homeboy fucked a mermaid.
Okay.
Homeboy
Here's the
fucked a
deal.
Martian once.
I have a small knife and an ink pen, not my magical ink pen, but I have a small
Works
knife
too.
and an ink pen that I'd like to try to pick his lock using my proficiency in thieves tools with.
Sure, this is not thieves' tools.
But I can still try.
You can still try and pick the
and
lock.
I have some kind of chance.
It is dexterity, that's it.
Great.
Nat 20.
Dominic.
16.
16.
No, 15.
15. As you're fiddling, you don't feel anything unlock.
I'll just jiggle the handle.
It turns.
And it opens.
Never locked.
Carlos, you piece of shit, let's go!
The door opens, you hear Froghead.
You just see like a mound of blanket,
Oh my god,
and
I'm
his
gonna
head
start
just like sticks out.
I'm gonna start mage handing his blankets off. Just
No.
oh yikes, I put one back on.
Sorry about that. I do like to sleep naked.
Yeah, God, I didn't realize that. Is that why you stay in your ring? Never mind. Just get in the ring. Where do I see the ring?
It's on my hand.
Get in the ring, I'll bring you. You can sleep another hour.
I'm fine. I'll get going. All
Okay.
right. Put a sheet around his waist.
Yikes. I telekinetic shove him off the bed.
Okay.
Um,
Strength save if you want to.
6.
Fail, you fall off the bed.
all right, race you there. And then I go try to catch up with the professor.
I'm
For sake of time.
I'm making my way.
For sake of time. Who wants to go get certified?
Can't tell if Kylus or Keegan is more advanced.
You three are off, with you trailing behind.
And they're off. It's the professor in the lead.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
Froghead slowly catching up.
Wolfgang, what do you have to?
Probably eating and waiting for Victoria to come down.
Okay.
Eating.
Not yet.
Hey.
It's weird because it's me, kind of.
Yeah, it is, baby.
Dominic, we all just want you.
We'll hop over to this lot then.
We're gonna delay that as long as possible.
Appreciate that.
No, I rolled for it.
For us wanting you?
No.
You only need to roll.
Yes, you are the hot boy of summer.
Roll for sexual appeal. Nat 20.
God
Right there.
Every time.
Wow, you just turned rosy.
Chat, isn't he handsome?
Uh-huh.
Is it hot in here? Is it just Dominic?
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Certification.
Everyone in
Kylo's-
the chat say Dominic is attractive.
Because we are live right now.
You all show up to the Beacon Point Lighthouse, taking the gondola, the sky gondola. I'll call it a sky gondola. That's what it is.
Gondola.
Now.
Squanda.
Squan.
Nope. Landing, you disembark. Where you are met with the same interviewer who had met with you all before. And it looks you all. Arriving early. Excellent. It'll still be just a moment. We're still waiting for the Obscura to show.
Okay, we're ready.
Who would like to go first? Very well.
No, never mind.
The Deep Gnome. Frogman, was it? Excellent. All right. We'll take it one step at a time, starting with the practicality test.
Okay.
Eventually, he leads you into his space. You walk down a corridor that is completely blank walling. It's just like gray walls across this space. Eventually, descending down cork screws stairs to another hallway leading to a very large dual metal door with two Obscura standing at either end, who simply nod and the doors swing open. You walk into a very large, spacious room with a number of like straw dummies have been set up. All right. I would like an example of something destructive from you.
Oh,
Evocations allowed. Please don't use necromancy within this space.
yeah, no problem. Something destructive.
Pick whichever target you'd like.
I'm having a little mini panic right now because I flipped through my spells that I prepared, and I haven't prepared literally anything destructive.
Don't have catapult.
No, didn't prepare it today. And so what I end up doing is I look at my one spell that I think could damage it, which is my necromancy spell, Chill Touch.
You were told please no necromancy within the space.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's my cantrip.
All right.
And I'm going to try to imbue my mentality into it instead and change the type to psychic.
Okay.
And try to do a psychic touch on the dummies.
Okay. Are you able to do that on cantrips?
I believe so. I mean, would you call cantrip a level of spell?
Leveled spell is first or higher.
And if it's, is it that sorcerer, that meta magic?
No, it's part of my awakened spellbook.
Scribes.
With a spell slot. No, you're right.
Yeah.
If it was meta magic, you could.
Yeah.
But you can only change it to fire, ice, lightning.
Yeah.
That kind of
Only
Yeah.
elemental.
He's limited to, he can change it to an elemental type of whatever elemental type of damage he has at the same level.
So I was basically swapping out my Mind Sliver damage type for
Gotcha.
Chill Touch, but I can't do that. So instead, what I am going to
You
do...
can still use Mind Sliver.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a mind.
They're wishing for something destructive.
Okay.
That isn't necromancy.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to just try to pull it down with a telekinetic shove.
Okay. There's no check it makes. It pulls. I'll see if the wood snaps. Contested check. Go ahead and just roll a spell check. D20 plus your intelligence.
13.
Nice. Yeah, you beat me by 10 points. So your snap dummy scattering onto the floor. He just. That didn't seem to be a spell I was familiar with.
Yeah. Right here, buddy.
Telekinetic capabilities. It's true. We did go over this. All right. Anything larger?
Not that I would call damaging. I could do things that are more controlling.
Are you capable of it, though?
I mean, I could do more telekinetically damaging things.
I mean, within your book.
Yeah. Look, and I'll flip to catapult. Like, if I give this a study tomorrow morning, I could show you.
Depending on how the rest of this day goes, I may need you to return.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's move this space around a little bit. And they begin to bring in barricades and scaffolding within the space, and they start moving certain pieces around, creating cover for some of them. All right. I wish you to try to reach this target with some sort of magical effect of any kind. The difficulty is it's a smaller target. So, ideally nothing that's widespread, something singular.
Yeah. How far is it away?
About 60 feet.
60 feet.
Feel free to move about the space, but not behind it.
Okay.
How well can you hit a very small target?
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty good. I don't want to brag, but I'll cast long strider on myself. Sprint towards it. Pew, 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 pew. I'll misty step past the first barricade, and then cast enlarge on the small object.
All right. Quite a display.
Thanks.
Not entirely what I was going for, but I think it works.
I made one singular thing bigger.
You did. Yes, you technically did.
Technically correct.
Very well.
I followed your rules to a T.
I think I've seen enough. Follow me into your next room. Moving you off to a side area, opens up a door. It looks like another one of those interrogation rooms that you were in previously. You sit down. He sits. One of the Obscuro comes in, closes the door. You are being subjected to the zone of truth. Do you resist?
Did they tell me they were going to do a zone of truth of any kind?
He would, yes.
Okay, then no, I don't resist.
He's not the type of person to assume that since you've been subjected to it once, you would assume. So he'd be like, he'd explain the scenario, yes.
Okay, then sure. No, I don't resist.
Okay. All right. Preliminary questions. Your name is Frognendofist.
You got it.
Excellent. Let's see here. Favorite color?
Oh, probably like a deep green with a little blue mixed in.
All right. All right. Moving on to the official questions. Have you been convicted of and found guilty of any crimes?
No. We tend to handle our punishments in-house.
All right. Have you ever been arrested before?
Define an arrest.
Have men or women of the law arrested you for a crime? A specific crime?
Yeah.
And what was the nature of the crime?
So one time I stole from the captain of the guard in my hometown, and then our village chief sent me to my room.
That's a nerd.
Okay.
I can't lie.
No. No, you can't.
That's funny that that's what he considers like being arrested.
Frognet, I think we're done here.
Okay. Did I pass?
I think I'll need to see you again tomorrow. Or whenever you're capable of preparing the spell.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you bet. Want to see something kind of similar to it?
Not in here.
Okay.
Step outside.
Yep.
You're brought back out. Any particular arrangement you would like with the course?
Oh. Is it obstacle course?
We can design an obstacle course. if that is
What other
you want.
options do you have?
Targets with obstacles in front of it, hazards. The Obscura can cast at you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah. Oh, what, Obscura, what do I call you? Mr., Miss?
The Obscura don't speak.
Oh, what do I call them?
You can simply call them an Obscura.
Alright, Obscura, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna cast some spells on you. They're all temporary, and nothing's gonna hurt you permanently. Cool.
The Obscura walks across, standing maybe 30 feet away from you.
I'll say, okay, buddy, whenever you're ready, we could start. And I cast Charm Person on them.
Okay.
Wisdom 16.
Okay. They succeed. With a 25.
Classic.
They...
Cool. Did we start?
He looks to the individual and just... Did you want them to cast spells back at you?
Yeah.
Did you want this to be a full fight?
Give me 1 second. I cast mirror image.
Yes, I do.
Let me prep beforehand.
Go ahead. I shouldn't have burned like literally all my spells. Just show it off.
Yes, we need combat music.
Battle map.
I don't know if we'll need a battle map
Battle
since it's just
map.
between two people. Sorry.
Oh man.
Okay. This whole initiative.
Oh, hell yeah. Would you call that cocked?
Can you put
That?
a dice on it?
Uh-huh.
Not. I don't think so. Honestly. It looks more like it's just. Yeah,
Just
that's
a shitty fucking one?
Yeah.
For 4 total?
That's a good thing I remembered that we're using a d12 because I rolled a natural 20.
Yikes.
It's your rule.
I know, in his game it's a d20 and that was right.
Too many games.
What did you get?
Natural 1 for a total of 4.
Natural 10 for a lot.
Nice.
For a lot more.
They got some stuff helping them.
Frogman's about to get his fucking ass kicked.
Frogman!
Can I just retcon one thing?
Sure.
Can I also have done my hastened casting of Detect Magic as well?
Hastened casting.
Yeah, my ability that makes a ritual one action.
Is that an action?
It is.
I'll say since you already use an action to mirror image,
Okay.
you would have to sacrifice either mirror image or this.
Fair.
Okay. It's a good attempt. Yeah.
2 times in a row.
He stands there and
Probably.
as chunks of earth begin to rise out of the ground and
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm gonna counterspell that immediately.
dissipating to the ground. He stands and waits. You counterspelled his else minute meteors.
Nice.
I was gonna open a can of whooping.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna counterspell that.
Yeah.
And I didn't upcast it, so.
Okay. So I will try to I guess I'll just kind of stand there. And I will mind sliver him this time around.
Okay.
Intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
16. Just kind of feeling out his saving throws right now.
26.
Great. So nothing happened with that one.
You kind of. Let's see here. What do I want to do instead? Sorry, I was not ready for a casting fight.
Wizard.
This is not how I thought this was going to go at all.
Now we're all gonna fight the Obscura.
Right. Yeah, why not? With what bits of like earth are still remaining around, he kind of gathers it up and it begins to melt and turn into acid, and he pulls it back like a bow, firing an acid arrow at you. I rolled a hit. That is a 22.
Sorry. So 17 with my mage armor plus shield would make that 22, I think, right?
Mhm.
Which means I'd still hit.
So I'm not going to catch it.
Okay.
Save your reactions for counterspell.
11 points of acid damage.
Great. Love that for me. I'll use my reaction to turn invisible.
Okay. He kind of was a little taken aback.
Can I do some kind of insight check to see if I feel like he's still seeing me?
Sure.
10. Nope, 7.
7?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. He like perked up when you disappeared, but he's not moving much else beyond that.
Okay. I will strafe using my 30 feet. I'll strafe to the side, moving half speed, nice and gentle.
Mm-hmm.
And does it look obviously like his head is following me?
He seems to be looking down
Okay. Okay.
at a slight angle, not directly.
Yeah. Then I will, at this point, cast. You said there's a veil over their eyes, right?
It is a metallic mask that hangs over.
I'll cast
They have a hood
non-detection
up.
on myself.
Okay.
So if they're seeing me through divination magic, they would no longer be able to see me.
You will note that casting the spell reveals you physically within the space.
My fadeaway feat would have ended at the end of my turn anyways.
Okay.
So, but if they're using divinatory magic now to see me, they can no longer see me.
Okay. You cast non-detect and reveal, and he looks right at you.
Ah, boss. Okay.
Hey, you're discerning the capabilities of these Obscura.
And that would have been my turn.
Okay.
Are any bonus actions that are useful in this fight? Not really.
He looks to you and just... I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. I'll gamble on that.
You have advantage.
Oh hell yeah, because it's a fucking spell!
Because it's a spell.
I've never utilized that before. Great, love that.
Never been in a caster fight.
11.
11, that is a failure. You are held there in place.
Love that.
Suffering the effects of hold person. Your turn did end, so you take 2 more acid dies worth of damage. Oh my god, 8 points of additional acid damage.
Nice.
That's worse.
It's
getting bad.
At the end of my turn, I
At the end of
go
your
for
turn.
a hold person.
Yep, you can try and break it.
16.
16 does not succeed.
Ooh, these are beefy. Wow, these guys are fucking strong.
Yeah. Yeah, they better be. Yeah. As you feel the effects fade, your feet start to rise up off the ground. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
So cool.
This guy's fucking gnarly.
So he released my whole person, so I can make this saving throw?
Yeah,
Okay.
strength saving throw. Because he concentrates on one or the other. He can't concentrate on both.
8.
8. No, you are lifted into the air as he telekinetically lifts you into the sky. And then he just kind of dances you around, letting you float through. And eventually, the interrogator is just like, enough, set him down. He lowers you to the ground and releases his telekinetic hold.
Do I see any kind of book or scroll on this Obscura?
Roll a perception check.
Combat's over, but not for Frogman.
11.
11. It doesn't seem like it. He has a pouch on his side. Whether or not it would be large enough to hold a small book. Your tome that you carry is quite a bit larger than what would actually be able to fit in there, but wizards have done all sorts of things when it comes to what they've done for their books. So it's possible, but you're not sure.
What I did for.
Beyond that, he doesn't have like a backpack on or any satchels. He just has that attached to his belt.
Good game.
Nods to you.
So.
GG, no read.
Anywhere I can take a nap?
You're more than welcome to rest within these walls. We'll take you upstairs, of course, into a waiting room. We'll gather your friends.
Yeah, if it's cool with you, I'm pretty freaking wiped. I kind of just want to go back to bed, and maybe in a few hours I can show you my catapult spell.
Not an issue. We can send you back to where you were originally.
Okay.
Sure. Puts his hand on you, and you are back at the Drowning Roots Tavern.
What time is it about right now?
At this point,
9:15.
yeah. I mean, around around like 9:30 or so.
I'm gonna go back to bed for another 6-7 hours.
You're son of a bitch.
If that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
The second Kylos gets back, he's waking.
So until about like 3:30 or so.
Yeah, you just appear in the middle, and you're back.
Of the where does he appear?
We will come back to that in a moment. Coming back to you two. The door opens up and the interrogator steps out and just, all right, who's next?
Where's Mr. Nand?
He went back to the tavern. I sent him there personally. He had a bit of a rough day.
Did he pass?
He's very close. I need to just see one more thing from him, and then he should be fine.
Was it his brain? Because he's weird.
No, he was actually very capable. As a strategist, he was very clever and creative in his spellcasting uses. I just know that he's capable of more, and I just need to see that in terms of destructive capabilities. It does pay to blow things up during this exam. Who would like to go next?
After you, Kylos.
I need to finish making my clothing as he's pulling the sheet up to like a toga style.
I mean, I will just choose.
I'll go ahead. Let this. Well, carry on.
I need to finish the short rest.
You're brought in. Similar navigation for those of us at home. The Obscura standing near this door is actually a different one now. You can tell because they have longer hair in this case. You made him burn a 5th level spell.
You know, they can't go toe to toe with Mr. Nand. I was still kicking. I could have fought more. They gave up.
Well, it was more a case of like he was having too much fun, and the dude was just like, "Okay, before you actually hurt this person, please stop."
They got a cleric temple right nearby.
Yeah, they can do
We're
anything.
in cleric land. It's
Yeah, this is
fine.
a whole city of clerics.
Healing is necromancy in setting.
Oh, but
It's not evocation.
They got potions.
You could use potion. You're brought into the space. Essentially, all we're especially looking from you is an example of your capabilities in combat. If you were to pull the stops, as they say.
All right.
How would you like the space set up? We can do obstacle course style, a little bit of cover, or they can just be present and available for you to hit these little straw dummies.
I mean, targets to hit should suffice, I think. If you wish to grant them a bit of cover or anything fancy, well,
We'll do a slight barricade.
I'll work with what you give me.
We'll do a slight barricade. Some more hands come out and they set up just this impromptu barricade. All right, Professor, show us what you're capable of.
Okay. I'll bring out the lance and shield. So target with like a barricade kind of in front of it.
Yeah, it's probably like a 4.5 foot tall barricade, so like a bit of his head's popping through. It's a hard target to hit from a distance.
Okay.
They essentially have 3/4 covered.
What you got, old man?
I am going to charge forward, and as I'm running, it basically looks like I'm running dead straight into the barricade. Like I'm just gonna smack into it. And at the last second, I will face step, appear behind the target, and come in with a strike with the lance.
As the burst of charm,
it's-
I think it is?
Yes, so it's just like a wind that...
Bursting around, you appear, strike. We don't need to actually roll. You're right there, present. It's AC super low. And he just... All right. Very well done. Seems you are no stranger to combat.
Had more hands-on experiences of late, but I've been studying it for many a decade.
How are you with range spells?
I do have one thing, but I mean, for a demonstration, I think it requires a brain.
Ah, yes, academic anguish.
Yes.
Spell that is used few and far between. The Obscura walks to the side, stands before you, hands.
Well, so you see, this is...
Intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 20. They shrug
say
it off.
Yeah, so they either get proficiency in a skill or learn a new language.
Ooh.
You just made them better.
They're like,
Hablo español.
they kind of tap their feet a little bit as they gain proficiency in performance. Kind of
Rhythm is everywhere.
to the rhythm of the night.
You see, that is how dance was used to inspire troops within the olden days.
You look back to the other guy, and he's just an excellent demonstration.
He took psychic damage.
I think.
It's the longest 6 seconds of his life.
Thank you very much.
Professor, that's all you need.
Let's go ahead and go into the interrogation.
The halfling woman somewhere there would attest to that.
You are explained that you will be subjected to a zone of truth. Please don't resist. The zone of truth is cast. And interrogation. Your name is Professor Filson Olivier.
That is correct.
And your favorite color?
A burnt orange.
All right. Have you ever been convicted of and found guilty of any crimes?
I have not.
Have you ever been arrested for a crime?
I have not.
There is a man running away with a small child, and a house is on fire. Which problem do you solve first?
Trolley problem. Nice.
I kill them both.
You kill the house. It's clearly a mimic.
I throw them in the house that's on fire.
Realistically, I would need more context given the situation. How far has the burning of the house progressed? And at what distance is this person taking a small child located?
This is exactly how this would go.
They're running at breakneck speeds, and the fire has spread to the second story, though it is not on the exterior yet.
Okay. Do I hear anything inside of the building? Is there anyone calling for help?
There is not enough time. You lack information, but you must make a decision.
Kill the house.
I do nothing. I walk away.
Well, given the immediate given this, and wanting to ensure the protection of bright young minds, I would give chase to the child being abducted.
Very well. Thank you very much, Professor. We will get your license prepared right away.
Excellent.
How does that make you
Follow me?
feel?
I had fun.
They know what you're capable of. They know he's not harboring third level spells like ready to go, so they got what they needed.
I got what I need.
You can go ahead and create within an item as a caster's license. You are free to cast spells within the city confines of all throughout Valdoran, excluding evocation and necromancy. Once you are past gates, out in the wilds, it's fair game. Do whatever the heck you want.
I can cast shield.
You are brought back up top. The professor's let out of the door.
As they come in, I'm chatting up whoever's at like a desk, taking
Okay.
notes, and he's sitting on the desk, and then they're handing over a belt to him that he's fashioning with the.
Sure, I'll let it happen.
How do you spell license?
Oh, I fucking hate those S's and C's.
Isn't Liscen SE?
That's awfully licentious.
Yeah.
License.
C. Gotcha. I don't know. I can't spell. All right, Kylus. Now that you seem decent, follow me.
Walk in, wink at the person on the desk, and head in.
He kind of blushes and walks away. Heading down, similar pathway, you were brought into a very wide open space with a number of straw dummies. It appears some people are off to the side now. They're not waiting with barricades. They're just like out here. All right. I would like a demonstration of your full capabilities. Blow this place up as best you can.
What's the fastest way to get this done with?
Hurt that dummy. Make it not real anymore.
Right.
Full stop. So you busting everything out.
No, just regular Eldritch Blast. Not even.
Let's roll damage
agonizing.
then in this case.
4. Falls up with the second one.
Roll damage.
9.
9 on top of the 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Kylus. Do you need to rub the sleep out of your eyes?
That's all I'm capable of.
Roll deception.
God damn it. Fuck. 19.
Use a luck point.
17.
Ooh.
Demonstrate something more. I don't want cantrips.
It's kind of what we're known for.
Very meta.
Consider this incentive, and he pulls out some weak water. You'll get it all back.
All right. I suppose.
Not bad to me.
The bottle's actually larger than what you've seen before.
Okay. Could we make this a little more interesting?
I'm listening. listening.
If I can get maybe a few more bottles of that wave water, I might be encouraged to go all out.
How about I see what all out is, and then we'll discuss. I could just fail you now, and then you don't get anything.
All right, how about this? You bring one of those scary-looking masked fellows in the ring. I give them a run for their money. You give me 3 bottles of weed water.
Roll a persuasion check.
Hell yeah.
This is awesome.
With advantage because it's cool.
That's why I'm allowing it. I want to see.
I think it's +7. Yes. 19.
19. DC was 15.
Wait, that might not be a yes.
Kind of looks over. The individual in the mask nods and.
Guys, about to get fucked.
All right.
You get wrecked.
This is gonna be great.
This is turning into the longest day of my life.
This would be a catharsis for everyone
It's like
watching.
barely past 10 o'clock for him.
It's a little after 10 by this point.
Wish I was wearing my
You've been
fucking
working
armor.
for an hour.
Yeah.
You wish
Yeah,
what?
just
Wish I was wearing my fucking armor.
take off the toga and just fight him naked.
I mean, there's a strategy in that.
Yeah, get the intimidation check.
Man,
All
I
right.
wanted to fight.
Initiative roll.
That's what you being a goody two shoes.
I keep doing that. That's a d20.
10.
And a fighter.
What was it?
10.
You're going first.
You're a nice guy. I can tell.
Alright. I will shift my hex to the Obscura. And then I'll hold out 4 fingers. They'll light up and he'll 4 scorching rays out.
All right. Roll to hit. What disadvantage do you want to give him on? Or her?
I think charisma casters are intelligent.
They're 100% sorcerers. I think they're sorcerers.
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay. On all charisma checks.
First one, 22.
22 hits.
Second is 13.
13. Takes the first and then ducks out of the way.
Second one, 24.
24 hits.
Third, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Whoa! Fuck!
I will absorb elements that one.
Okay.
But Hex doesn't do fire damage, right? That does necrotic, right?
But Scorching Ray does.
Scorching Ray.
But that's
Fire
only
damage.
partial,
Hex,
though. Right?
yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm cutting in half the 20.
Yeah.
Last one is 18.
This one's 18.
Yes.
Is it, how many rays is it?
I think you said
That was
4
your fifth
rays.
shot.
That was, you already did 4.
Oh, right.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
You hit,
Here's my
miss,
5th ray.
You hit, miss, hit, crit.
Okay. So, hit, miss. Okay. First ray.
I'll math it.
Okay. You want me separating everything? Or just on the natural 20?
Just on the natural 20.
Okay.
They don't have any damage resistances.
12.
12.
So, just for the sake of being an asshole,
Okay.
absorb elements. I believe once you cast it, you resist that element until your next turn starts, right?
I have no idea.
I believe so. So
Your
I think
spell.
your absorb elements would be in effect for
It'd
this.
be for all of them?
It's one that I have ready to go for him.
Well, at least for the crit and
Let's see.
the last one,
Got it.
I think.
The crit is the last one.
The crit is the last one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. So never mind. I don't have to be an asshole to you.
You can still try.
Because he's specifically aiming to.
Yeah, if you cast it in response to the last one, then yeah.
I don't have absorb elements here.
Guess you didn't prepare it. Looks like you're not using it.
In like the search for the details on it.
Yeah. So you store it till your next melee attack, and you have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn.
Oh yeah, then they would have just done it at the start then.
Okay.
So yeah, tally up all the fire damage and that'll be cut in half.
Okay. So 6 fire damage.
It was 12, so 6.
And then this one, it's maximized first, so that'd be 18.
Well, you only
Well,
rolled
no.
your first one.
Your second one's
Right,
your
right,
third
right.
one's a hit, and then your fourth one's a hit.
I mean, whichever order it comes in, it's all hitting.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter.
So the second one, 9 fire.
That's already cut in half.
No. So
cut in half to
4.
4.
4.
So we're
And then
at
another
10.
6 necrotic.
And 6 necrotic. Okay, and then the crit.
And then the crit. Okay. So that's 7, 10. And then the necrotic is 3.
So 10 cut in half. Or was 10 already cut in
No,
half?
sorry. 7 cut in half to 3. And
Okay.
then 3 necrotic damage.
So 6 extra points.
Yeah. And then the crit damage.
Which was 18?
It would have been 12 fire damage cut in half to 6.
Okay.
And then it would have been another 6 points necrotic.
Okay.
Because it would just be a d6.
Okay. Plus your charisma
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
for each of those?
Oh, no. I don't add my charisma to this. Only
You
Eldritch
don't?
Blast.
Oh,
I will add
yeah,
Jin's Wrath to one, though, so that I'll add 3.
At 3? Okay. Yeah.
It's fully
30, 37 points with an absorb elements
That's
resist.
after absorb elements?
Yeah.
Nice.
Total points of damage. Flames kind of riding off of them. They kind of, as fire coats their right hand. This might change some of their choices.
I want those potions. I don't have any money, so this is how I have to get
Oh
some.
my God. With your body.
She'll kind of and just run at you with an incredible amount of speed, and as the fire starts to enclose on you, it'll turn black. As I'm gonna do vampiric touch.
Is that necromancy?
Natural 20.
That is next.
Silver barbs.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 1.
Oh.
What a move!
Yeah.
And just there's a hiccup.
He slides
in
back
the-
and balances on like one arm for a second.
Matrix.
Yeah.
And the fire dissipates. You see just this cracked, breaking skin on the hand, and it comes back to normal. We'll stand back. We'll backpedal.
Yeah. He'll like sweep back up onto his feet.
Okay, it's your turn.
All right. I'll give myself advantage
Okay,
on my next attack roll.
on your next roll.
Yeah. I forgot to grab that spell. Okay. I use that.
So they can use necromantic spells.
Pierce-o.
I'm using necromancy with hex.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, you are.
Well, it's doing necrotic damage. I don't know if it's necromancy.
Actually, I don't think Hex is considered.
It's enchantment.
Yeah. It just does necrotic damage. That's weird.
All right. He won't like that. Is she still within melee range of him?
Yeah, she backpedaled like 10 feet.
Okay.
You could close the distance and get within melee.
Okay.
Would that trigger an opportunity attack?
He's already burned his reaction.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm wondering is if she's in melee range, if I step back or if I cast a spell, am I disadvantaged?
No, you're not in melee range. Because
Okay.
when she swung at you and you silvery barbs and she totally missed, she backpedaled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got an attack of opportunity.
Well, no, because
No,
he already burned his
burned
reaction.
my reaction.
Right.
It's why she backpedaled.
All out, I guess. He'll take a step back and his eyes will start to black over. And he'll teleport to the left. And as he does, he'll kind of spin through the air and throw like a roundhouse kick twice, and 2 Eldritch Blasts will
Roll
2
it.
blasts of wind.
Advantage on your first one.
All right. Thank you.
The asshole giveth. The
The
asshole
Take it away. 22.
22. Shield.
That bitch. second one.
AC is at least
14 plus 721.
Deflects off the shield again. As her turn comes around, it vanishes.
She's mad. Yeah, she's mad at you.
Yeah. She just looks at you and and from out the side of the mask, just breath begins to show, and everything starts to get incredibly, incredibly cold. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
She's Sub-Zero.
Go to Luke's freezing sphere.
What's that one?
Let's see.
As a central point in front of you is starting to, and a ball of frost is forming in front of you.
18.
That's a fail.
Fuck.
You're out of your league.
He knows this spell.
18 fails?
Yeah.
The fuck is their spell save DC?
This fucking dude, these dudes are nuts.
You take 36 points of cold damage.
Cut in half.
No,
I teleported.
you did teleport.
Hell yeah, you
To
are
13.
Shadow Kai.
Huh?
To 13.
Yeah.
Is it 36?
I,
Or
yeah.
26?
He's at
36.
That would be
13?
18.
That would definitely be 18.
Oh, it's 18. Sorry.
Wait, what did I subtract?
I was,
13?
for some reason, I was thinking
13.
26.
18.
You
so-
had subtracted 13, so,
Okay.
so add 5
more.
more.
We do math.
We do math.
Sometimes I do.
Basic addition.
It's very simple arithmetic. We're good at it.
How are you looking?
Fine.
Fine?
Not below half yet.
Okay. The proctor's essentially just toe tapping, just watching. It's your turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna let this kid get fucked.
Well, it's the, you're starting to look bad. I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
He's looking anxious. Oh, I need to push a little more.
Fucking do it. Shit on this guy.
He's like just whispering things in my ear.
You still have half your spell slots remaining.
I know.
I mean, when you put it like that. Time to get frisky.
The sphere will like close in on him, freezing him. His eyes will go white again, and his breath will. Flames will come out,
Okay.
igniting on his hand again, and 4 more rays.
4 more.
How
Yeah,
many spell slots do you have?
2.
Until like what, 10th level or some shit?
Well, you cast Scorching
I had
Ray
Hex
and
up.
Hex.
Hex was prior to short.
Yes.
And he took a short rest to get it back.
Yeah,
Hold on,
that's why I said I needed a short rest.
Counterspell.
Counterspell?
Yeah.
You're fucked.
She took it once. She doesn't need to take it
Yeah,
again.
it'll fizzle out, and the lightning marks will start surging, and then he'll just like 2 backhands, 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. Roll the hit.
How's that
How
work?
are you casting?
He has
twice?
Meta
He has
magic.
Meta magic.
Oh,
So you can
Bonus
say that
action.
in the cantrip.
Yeah. 26.
26 hits. Yeah, absolutely.
Kyle say his stuff now.
Kylos didn't even say he was casting Hex when he first casted Hex.
And 21.
21 hits as well.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
He says this cryptic, windy darkness shit.
We're all supposed to assume.
9.
No damage needs to be cut in half this time around.
Okay. 16.
16 for the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 12 for the next one.
28, not bad.
Okay.
And then the surging markings will subside.
She kind of cracks her neck a bit. Closes the distance once more.
Could you use your meta magic to cast a cantrip as a bonus action and another cantrip as an action?
Yep. Cool. That's why it's crazy busted for warlocks.
Yeah.
It's like an action surge for a warlock.
Yeah,
Hell
pretty
yeah.
much. she'll run up and thunderous energy wraps around her fist, and she strikes it down with destructive wave.
Ooh.
Constitution
Con
saving
save.
throw, please.
Oh boy. Kairos goes down right here.
Maybe not.
Con?
Yep.
19.
Fails.
Fucking
Whoa.
With a DC of 20.
20?
Damn.
Oh.
Do you take half damage from thunder? Don't believe so.
No, just necrotic.
Just necrotic. You take 22 points of thunder damage.
Plus. It seems like he's about to get plus here.
And 25 points of radiant
I'm
damage.
You need to calm down.
As like consciousness is starting to fade, you just hear essentially just like, what the fuck, not that much! And we'll hear footsteps approaching you, and then you are brought back. Cure wounds. You regain 8 points of healing.
Kyle's pissed off at Obscura.
You 100% pissed off at Obscura. In the first round, you did like 36 points of damage, and she was mad about it.
I really wanted to take one down.
You got damn close. They don't have a ton of HP.
You gave her a run for her money.
Yeah.
That was the
Did.
deal.
You did 63 points of damage.
I was gonna.
In like 3 rounds, and some of your damage was canceled out with a counterspell.
Yeah, I was gonna
And a
try
shield.
and cut that in
And a
half,
shield.
but I went for the damage instead. Damn.
As you're like coming to, you see that Obscura is being dragged away by 2 other Obscura. She's not unconscious, but she's like just letting it happen.
Great. Well, they're not totally emotionless, are they?
Yeah, they can be pissed off for sure. All right.
I do believe I earned those potions.
And then some. I apologize. They're not supposed to lose their cool like that.
It's right. It happens to the best of us.
Yes. Well, here. I'll set up a voucher here real quick. You have more than passed. Let me just get this written out for you. You receive a voucher to the Temple of the Prismatic Knight for full healing for the next 3 days. So you can go as many times as you need to, and then you show them this voucher and they can heal you up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Since healing's necromancy.
Suppose there are some ways around the law. Tuck it into his toga.
Yeah, when the government fucks up, yeah, you better believe there's ways around the law.
That's apropos.
Yeah. You can also create a custom item of your caster's license. You're licensed to cast.
Didn't even have to do a written test, huh?
Didn't even have to get interrogated.
Nope.
Oh wow.
Perfect.
They're feeling real guilty about that.
Yep. I was like, this can go one of 2 ways. This can either go normally, and he'll call the fight, or she's gonna lose it, and there's gonna be no exam.
Can you detect where your hex is at all times?
Mm-hmm.
So hypothetically, you can track this Obscura until your hex expires.
You don't notice it like that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, not like
it's
that.
not Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, you just know it's up and active.
Gotcha. Would have been cool.
It would remove the potency of Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You have your caster's license before you.
Great. I'll summon Oz again.
You were also granted 3 weave water at the basic level.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
I did. He will. Okay.
Have a lovely day, Kylus.
Great. Oz, hold this.
Oz is allowed back and takes your ring. And will, unless you were waiting for him to return.
I left.
Okay. Oz
Fuck Kyle, so left.
Yeah,
goes off somewhere
The
random.
professor doesn't like Kylos right now, so...
Coming back to this moment,
All right.
Oh, yeah.
you're casually waiting.
And then
food is brought to you, and then just in the center of the Drowning Roots Tavern.
Kind of looking up.
I'm gonna take a nap.
You look bad.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
I go directly to Kylas's room.
Okay. Did you lock it behind you?
Nope.
Okay, you go into Kyle's room. Alright, you pass out in Kyle's room. Wolfgang, you wait.
Sure do.
You wait. How long would you like to wait?
As long as it takes.
Okay. About 4 hours pass
Jesus.
before you hear something below you. I almost said upstairs. Even you hear kind of a
It's just me falling asleep.
This was well
Again.
after Frogman went to bed.
After 4 hours.
Probably around 2.5 hours after Frogman went to sleep, you heard this.
Okay.
It's a total of waiting 4 hours since they left.
Has there been what seems like patrons of this inn going up and downstairs? Like, is this a normal noise? Have I heard this noise thus far?
It seemed unusually loud.
All right, I guess I will go investigate because I'm bored.
Okay.
Been waiting for hours and I'm bored.
The door to Vicky's room is slightly ajar.
I'm walking up to it, kind of just tap, tap. I kind of knock it with my finger, just very like,
Please don't come in here.
is everything okay?
No.
Are you injured?
No. You start to hear water running.
Is there anything I can do to help at the moment? Roll 1,000 fucking dice over
I'm
here.
rolling for it. Just stay by the door.
Oh, absolutely. Turning around, like his back to the door, like the good guard that he was trained to be.
A few minutes pass, probably like 10 or so, before eventually the water's turned off. And you just hear someone sit on the bed. Okay, come in.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna turn very rigidly and kind of like slowly open the door.
Walking in, you see her kind of a little slumped over, just looking down, fiddling with her left hand.
Is that the fake one?
Mm-hmm. Off to the left, you see it's pretty much similar rooms, no matter which room you're in, unless you got one of the better ones.
Which I did not.
Yeah, neither did she. There's like a faucet area with a bit of running water that you can have. Some of the sheets on the bed have been pulled off, and there's just blood stains all over them, bundled up over by that space.
Narrowing his eyes at the blood. What happened? Who is that? Your blood? Whose blood is it?
I don't remember. I'm not entirely cognizant when I hunt.
Ooh.
Got it.
Summer just got real cold.
Shut up over there. So I take it you hunted last night then?
You can see like the bags under one of her eyes. She's not slept. She's at a point of exhaustion.
Okay. Listen, why don't you get some rest? I will try to look into if anything happened last night and who it happened to.
Okay.
Would you like me to stay instead?
Maybe just for a little while. Just until I fall asleep.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He kind of like So she's like sitting on the bed?
Yeah, she's like at the end of the bed.
At like the foot of the bed?
Mhm.
I will come around and sit next to her. Very kind of like heavily sit down on the bed because I have my armor and everything on.
She's going to lean her head on your shoulder and just close her eyes.
Or put my hand on hers.
She avoids it with this hand, but does grab it with her real hand.
Oh yeah, because I am sitting on her left.
Mhm. She holds that, and about 20 minutes or so, she does start to slump off of your shoulder.
At which point I will try to like
Yeah, easy
Scoop
enough
her.
to do.
put her in bed, cover her,
And what sheets remain.
and what sheets remain. Yeah, where's my room in relation to this room?
It's about 2 down on the other side.
So I'm gonna go, leave, walk down to my room, get my blankets and such, come back and
Okay.
put them
Give her
over
something to cover up
Yeah.
with.
Is there a door outside to the outside that is not the door to the outside that I am coming on through now? Like a balcony door or anything like that?
Oh no, there's one entryway to this room.
And there's a lock on
Yes.
the doors?
Yeah, they all have keys.
Do I see her key anywhere?
It's on the nightstand nearby. It's a nice silver key with a bit of a red tassel at the end.
This being that this is a hotel, I'm sure there's a notepad and a pen, because most hotels have notepads, pens, and Bibles.
Sure.
Okay, I don't look for the Bible, I get the notepad and pen, and just leave her a note saying that I took her key, locked the door behind her, and we'll be back, hopefully before she wakes up.
All right.
And we'll lock the door behind her, kind of do the old, like, look down both hallways, and then
Seems pretty quiet.
I think I will probably proceed. Where the fuck am I gonna go to solve a mystery? I'm gonna find the professor.
While you're thinking about that, Professor, where were you off to?
As I left from the, because this is close to like the harbor, right?
There's an elevator down.
Mhm.
So the gondola, the sky gondola, would take you off to Henle Heights, which is the middle tier. Down to True Lake Town would be the elevator. So
Okay.
you can take either or.
But I'm saying where we took the test, that's by where the harbor was, because that's where we came in on the ship.
Yes, it's on the skyport. Yeah.
Yeah.
They function as the same facility.
I want to head down and go to where the water is.
Sure.
I'm looking for the area that they're talking about needing help with some monster hunting.
Sure. Easy enough to do. You'd essentially take one of the elevators down to the base area, opening up. You step out. There's a bit of a railed walkway off to the right that extends off way beyond. You see just water, almost as far as your eyes can see. Up in front of you, you start to see a bit more of a town stretching before you, and off you see one of those massive lunar paths of that giant purple blossoming flower reaching 40, 50, 60 feet tall. It's hard to tell from this distance. And then off to the left, you see the majority of the town with its tiers.
Okay.
Off to the right would be the most direct path to the water.
Yeah, I'll take that path.
Okay. You walk on over. Anything particular you're looking for?
I'm
You're able to make your way down to the edge. It kind of slopes down.
I'm looking for anybody that looks like official, that they work at like the harbor or the docks, so that
Okay.
way I can inquire about this.
So this area in particular isn't so much the docks. You would want to go a little further into town then.
Okay.
Because
Wherever
it's a lighthouse.
wherever I need to go to talk
Yeah.
to somebody.
Okay. You head off into True Lake Town, heading off towards one of the major harbor areas.
Yeah.
It is bustling. People are moving about the streets, tossing fish back and forth, birds swooping down, trying to catch a glimpse here and there. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Perception or investigation. As you're discerning or looking around to see who seems to be in charge.
That is a 16 for investigation.
16. You see an individual who kind of has like these overalls on, big straw hat, kind of a portly belly, human, big bushy brown beard, bit of a bulbous nose, maybe a little bit of Dwarvish in his lineage. He's kind of chatting up with another one of the workers, but a lot of people seem to be checking in with him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go up and approach him.
Mm.
So,
Hello? How can I help you?
Greetings. My name is Professor Philson Olivier. I have been hearing that the harbor is in need of some cleaning up.
I mean, we do daily cleanings of the dock on average, but
Well, more of a monstrous nature.
Gotcha. It took me a while to notice the weapons on you. Yeah, there's been a few sightings here and there. A few quippers, a couple of really big sharks. And don't want to touch those. The real problem we're dealing with right now is some vorpal fins.
I'm sorry, a what?
A vorpal fin?
A history check or?
Yeah, history or nature.
Get beheaded by a fin.
One hit, insta-death fin.
Nat 20, silvery bar.
It's only an 11 on history.
An 11. No. Vorpal, I mean, you come from a coastal town as well. Nothing like a vorpal fin has ever rung the bell. Though vorpal has been talked about in terms of legendary magical items.
I'm sorry, a vorpal.
It's a type of fish that we get around here. Small. Well, it's about the size of a dog, but comparison to a giant shark, it's not the point. The point is, vorpal. It's not what the legends say. They got really sharp fins, close to that of steel.
Swordfish, you might.
Die a horrible death.
Okay.
They're very fast. If they hunt in packs, man, they'll surround you, cut you to shreds.
I see.
They're normally rather docile, though. I don't really know what's going on.
So yes, that's what I've heard, is that it seems like something is causing these creatures to come into areas that they shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, a vorpal fin's way out to the coast. They're not freshwater by any means.
Has anyone been out into the relatively near area of the sea to see if there's anything of worthy of note happening?
Not really. There isn't really much point to going out there unless you intend to go to Furos. It's another city much further north of here, but they are coastal. If you wanted to make a direct path to them, you would have to go out to the sea. But Furos is pretty self-sufficient. They don't really do much trade. It's a city of adventurers. So.
You spell that city of adventurers.
F-Y-R-O-S. Furos.
I just find it odd that you are noticing that creatures that do not belong in this habitat are being invasive, and it seems that there's been no investigation done onto as to why.
Ask me this. Do you have a home?
Yes.
Who's paying for it?
I mean, as a home owner, you would pay for it.
And what sort of work do you do to pay for it?
Oh, I'm a scholar and teacher of history. And
Cool. I'm not. I do fish. And if I break away from that job, I don't get paid, which means I don't get to pay for my house. That's why I don't do the interrogation.
I'm not saying that you specifically have to go out and investigate this from someone to the city. If this is causing a threat, especially to this festival that's supposed to be coming up and it provides dangers, why it...
The Crimson Cogs are on it. Or they're gonna be. They took up the job. They just haven't done it yet. They're a bit of slouches.
Interesting. Well,
Kind of full of themselves.
well, my friends and I are recently in the town and looking for some work, and we'd love to look into this matter for you.
I would love for those fuckers to have a little bit of competition. Maybe they'll get off their asses on occasion. So sure. I mean, I can talk with one of the Wake members and see if we can't get a nice substantial reward in for you.
Is there any provisions that could be provided to help us deal with these creatures in the sea, seeing as how things that could help us either walk on water or breathe underwater?
I mean, that's something I could try and discuss for you, yeah. If you're wanting something on your own terms, you could go to... We got a couple different stores here, but I can't guarantee anything for you.
I'll take down the name of those stores just in case we do need to grab something for ourselves, but I would like a good word put in.
Sure.
I can go find my friends and we can get on this matter post-haste.
Excellent. You will want to check out the Henla Heritage,
Okay.
or Henla's Heritage, sorry. You'll be talking with Paulo of Thessa. She's one of the witches up there.
Similar to a hag.
And then if you're wanting things more potion related, you can go to the Poisonous Python.
Cool name.
Pythons are poisonous.
I'm just gonna stare at it and I'm just...
Sorry, venomous.
That's a terrible name. Snakes aren't poisonous. They're venomous. Pythons don't even have venom!
But it's got alliteration.
Oh, flare, no substance.
They deal with potions. Actually, we grow bobber pods here specifically for their underwater breathing potions. If you like, I could sell you some bobber pods. They're not as potent as an underwater breathing potion, but they'll hold you pretty nicely for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I could do with some of those, yes.
Sure. How many are you wanting?
How many do you have?
Oh, we got tons. We grow them specifically here.
Okay. I'll take 12.
12? All right. I'm looking at about 20 gold.
Done and done.
Sounds good. I can't... I'd have to make it as a mundane item because it's technically not like a magical item.
You can't make mundane items indeed.
I know, it's annoying. So if you make like your own custom icon tab and then just put down Bobber Pod. It's an action to inhale. You essentially, it's this bloated pod of gas, and the stem, as you tear it open, you breathe it in, and it will give you 10 minutes of underwater breathing.
Make poppers?
Kind of.
How can we do drugs with this?
Is it extra condensed?
You'll have to try that. Yeah, a Bobber Pod.
Oh boy.
And as he brings
That's
over
the
like a
funny way.
big old barrel, and they're kind of floating up at the top, and he just pulls out a couple, and they seem to be corded tightly. When you take that cord off, you gotta either inhale or pinch it, because it's just gonna want to escape.
All right, I'll take them and find a way to disperse 2 to each of our party members.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, I will. With these, then maybe we perhaps don't need the breathing potions unless this is going to be more of a long haul job. But I will go find my compatriots, and we will be on top of this matter for you.
I'll go put in a word with Esselby.
Didn't even try to haggle that 20 gold.
What was
He's
your
still
name again?
loaded from the first freaking
Professor
session.
Phil-
Yeah, he's the richest in the party.
Dogmaster Mookie.
Dockmaster, what?
Mookie.
Mookie?
Looky.
Gonna
It's not
drop
my
a sweet album sometime soon? Or?
I've been thinking about it.
You SoundCloud rapper, or that's still a thing?
Probably. Island Boys.
How dare you. It is hot by summer.
Okay, yeah. With that, I will head back to the tavern.
Okay. Kylus. What are you up to?
Meditating?
Just meditating in there?
Yep.
I'm gonna randomly see where Oz goes. Because you gave him no
I
instructions.
did give him no instructions.
Yep.
Okay. He's just floating around invisible in a new city.
No, he'd go invisible. He knows better than that.
Be fine. Be fine.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the nicest part of town.
Perfect.
He's flying off to high water. All right. Time passes, and with that, we will take our first break for the evening. Our only break. I don't know why I keep saying first.
And
I do that all the time.
We take so many breaks.
All right. We will find out what becomes of our group. We'll see you here in a moment.
Why'd you...
Because I thought
So
he was gonna do
Shenanigans!
something.
We're vesting.
Okay, bye.
And welcome back. Back into the moment. Everyone's kind of off doing their own thing. But we have two people who are kind of looking for each other. Wolfgang's looking for a smart boy.
Smart boy.
And the professor's heading back to the Drowning Roots Tavern. Yep. No rolls needed. Eventually you two do bump into each other along some of the passing walkways of the Henla Heights. You had to take a gondola up to this level, but...
Do we
easy
see
enough
each other
to-
on gondolas just...
You're probably walking along...
It's the Umbrella Academy meme.
Yeah, totally. You're walking along one of the sidewalk areas, and the professor's on a gondola. Yep, you see each other. Gondoliers.
Pardon me, sir. Can we stop here?
I'm walking, right?
You're walking
Okay.
now. Oh, yes, of course.
Wolfgang kind of stops and just watches.
Slides over to the side.
Gets off and... Wolfgang. Good. Out and about.
That's interesting. I was just looking for you.
Oh. Well, this is most excellent,
Serendipity.
as we have found each other in our times of need.
The gondolier's just taking a smoke break.
What is it that you were looking for me for?
Kind of looking at the gondolier. Do you need anything?
Should I go?
I think I guess I'll be walking the rest of the way if you would like to continue on and find more customers. Thank you, it was a lovely ride.
Yeah, of course.
And Wolfgang just stares at him.
When he inhales that, does it make the sound of gaseous stuff flowing through water?
In your dreams, yes. Pushing
Just a
along.
big ol'
Professors get a free ride.
Mark off
Scared
2
him away.
silver. They would have asked for the payment beforehand.
What do you want?
I
Money?
wanted Wolfgang to scare him away, so I forgot to give me.
He off.
Kind of looking around. Is this a relatively used walkway?
Yeah, especially now that you're awake during the sunlight
I
hours.
am awake.
Seeing this space, it is a hustle and bustle within the Henla Heights.
People.
Yeah, there are people wandering about, merchants calling out to others, more gondoliers coming down. Some are larger gondoliers that have even stalls that are set up on there, and they're tossing out fish and getting payments from people on the side of these corner walkways. But it is not private here by any means.
Can I roll an insight check on him because he seems to be acting weird?
Sure. You trying to hide anything?
Nope.
Good.
That one.
It's hard to tell.
Normal.
I seem like I'm not, or like I'm trying to hide something. Is what you thought?
You just seem to be acting because you were like staring him down and like you're like looking at it. But I rolled in that one, so I've been professor's fucking oblivious. I don't understand.
Kind of looking
social cues.
around. I imagine it's a hustle and bustle, and it's probably loud enough and action enough where it's kind of like we are alone in the sense that there's no one. There's it's not quiet, so I can.
There's some side off areas that you can go into. There are aisles that like go into these kind of smaller neighborhoods where waterways don't come through. You can go inside
So I'm gonna pull the
with some like
professor
home coverage.
away. I need to talk to you about something. So,
Oh, this is not off to a good start.
no, it's definitely not.
Oh dear. Well,
You know Victoria's past insofar as Voxstrom was concerned, right?
I mean, I knew that she had the ticking, and
And the murdering.
I did hear about the hunting. Yes.
Yeah, she did that last night.
Oh dear.
Yeah. There's blood all over her room.
Oh dear.
And it's not hers. So, and I'm kind of just speaking at a lower volume, trying to be a little secretive.
If we could just get to a town for once without having trouble.
To be fair, this is only the second town we've been to together.
So,
So here's the problem.
0.
I need to discover who she murdered and whether I have to be upset about it and what I have to do with her about it.
all right. Well, I'm sure we can dig in about goings on. I mean, probably a murder like that would, people would probably notice.
Yeah, I think she's probably pretty brutal with her murdering. So there's a good chance you're right.
There was no body in the room that you saw.
Yeah, I don't know if I looked hard enough, but I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Okay.
There was blood.
Excellent.
Something tells me we're gonna have to vacate that hotel, inn, whatever it's called.
Well,
Bother.
Well, I have procured us a job while we're in town. I went down into the lake area and spoke with a dockmaster about the creatures that are invading the freshwater areas. Looking for help taking care of them, and he even gave me some things that we can use that will help us breathe underwater.
You giving that to me?
And, well, there's a specific thing that we have to do, so I have to kind of...
You hold on to that for now.
Yes, but I've got 2 for each of us.
Lovely. Does that get us anywhere in solving Victoria's murdering?
I would say, unless it happens to be somebody from that area, probably not.
So what do you think we should do to discern who was murdered? And again, whether we should be upset about it or not.
Well...
Should we find the fuck would they be called? The guards? See if...
I fear maybe the guards isn't the best way to approach it, as, you know, as if you're a guardsman of sorts. How would you feel if somebody just came up and randomly asked, hey, have you heard about any murders lately?
Obviously, I would arrest them.
Yes. Maybe not the tavern that we're at now, but perhaps another one. See if we can overhear any rumors.
What was the other one? The bearded clam or something like that?
Yep.
Something like that.
I'll even play with that
Which
one.
actually I'm very curious because
Just that.
apparently this other group that has taken on this job to help the harbor, there's Crimson something or other, apparently they're quite lackadaisical and...
So, we left a prison city that had a group called the Grey Walkers to come to another city that has a group called the Crimson something or other.
You know, people do like to use colors to
Yeah. That's
express themselves.
So close. I don't want to have to go through that again. Sure. Are we gonna pick a fight with them? Is that what the plan is here?
No, we're not picking a fight. I guess more so we're stepping in on their territory of business to try and get the flame under them, essentially.
We're gonna fight them. Got it.
I don't think we do. No, we don't need to do that.
Kind of looking at you like...
You're not here.
I'm not saying anything.
I mean, be realistic.
You know, for a person who wishes to do good and tries to be a stand-up model citizen, you do try to get yourself into a lot of trouble. You know, especially ones with, like, just fighting people.
I'm not saying I want to fight.
You are saying you
these
want to
people.
fight them.
I'm saying I will. And last time I checked, the last group with a color name who we fought, we rid the city of a very terrible group. So I would say the thing that I wanted to do, which was good, I accomplished. So
Not
anyways,
every single group with a color is some sort of nefarious band of psychopaths.
no, that's a fair point. But if this one is,
Oh my goodness, okay.
But what if it was?
just saying,
New
the option
name
is out there.
We're the
Anyways,
Rainbow Roads. That's our new
We might be
name.
2 for 2.
So we say we go to this bearded place, find out if there's a murder that's been reported.
See if we can overhear anything.
Okay. Shall we?
We shall.
Care for a drink when we get there?
Might as well.
I mean, it's probably the best way to loosen up some tongues.
Exactly.
I have a knife. We could loosen. Never mind.
Oh, Wolfgang!
As you all proceed walking away. heading off to the Bearded Axe.
Axe, that's what it was.
Not the Bearded Clam. Kylus, you're resting about.
Lazing about. More like it.
Did you say 4 hours have passed yet?
You're getting close to it. But you're fully conscious and aware of what's happening around you. Flying into high water. It's an immaculate town. Almost skyscraper level buildings towering above within this space. Not New York's size, but it's getting very close in terms of the amount of architectural understanding that is present in today's society. These are beautiful structures with golden trimming on certain areas. Some of the brightest greenery you've seen in the city. While you've only been here for so long, it's well kept here. The channels are much wider and far less crowded within this space for water. And way off in the distance, you see an immaculately designed palace. Large towers structuring very high up off the ground. And what you can make out, even from this distance, are massive cannons attached to each one. Stretching below, you see this massive waterfall extending off of this section, crashing down towards Henla Heights, where a floating market is kind of branched out underneath you. Just beyond that, you see this massive garden landscape. You imagine this is High Garden. Flying about, you see in the very center of most of this greenery is a very large golden unicorn statue. This is initially what you're catching. Is there anything you would like to do, or are you just going to let Oz fly?
Let him fly until the long rest is done.
Okay. He'll kind of gently rest in High Garden.
Okay.
And
Sitting on the unicorn horn.
yeah, he kind of takes the ring and like places it right on the horn and just chills out. He keeps his hand on it so it stays invisible.
There we go.
Hour passes. Yeah, go ahead and select that long rest for you.
All right. I can't talk to him here.
No, you cannot. You would have to come out of the ring.
I'll pop out of the ring.
Oz becomes visible again.
Well, looks like we're in a very nice neighborhood here.
Oh god, this is not gonna go well.
It was rather pleasant up here. Reminded me a little bit of home.
I suppose that's fair. Good thing I am dressed the part now. And he is decked out in some fine clothing,
Mm-hmm.
showing a lot of skin. He's kind of got bracelets, anklets, armlets,
Sure.
All the lits.
all the lips.
Bracelet.
Notably does not have his scimitar, which is in his room.
Classic.
Frogman's cuddling as he's sleeping.
Kind of hop down. Is there anything in the immediate area? I know we're near this statue. Does like the statue have any like mention of what this is, or?
Go ahead and roll an investigation or perception check.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Man, fucking up tonight.
As you're looking about, you start looking into it, and then you hear some like murmuring off in the distance, some like shouts or yells. It's way out there.
Oh, okay.
It's not within like the immediate vicinity, but it was loud enough to carry.
Is anyone around also reacting to it, or is it just me?
There doesn't seem to be anyone in this space right now. It's still early on in the day.
All right, well, let's go rescue another prince, and we'll
Okay.
start running.
You begin making your way.
Not quickly, like it's a jog.
Yeah. You're not full sprint, you're not action dashing.
Yeah.
But you're moving your full 30. You kind of navigate, kind of like, "Wait, I think I heard it this way. So it's that way. And then you go and it's a dead end. You're like, Okay, nope, not that way. And then you go, and then it's this roundabout over a bridge, down that way, underneath an overpass, and then
Alright, seems excessive if you ask me.
finally, eventually, coming to this kind of almost like amphitheater-style setup that descends downwards. And you see a cluster of individuals who are gathered around hooting and hollering at an individual on the stage. You kind of can't tell who it is from this distance, and the crowd is immense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to push your way through? Oz has disappeared at this point.
Okay.
He's probably holding onto your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll push through.
Kind of pushing your way through. Busting out through the other side, you see an individual who is standing on the stage. They have two double-ended batons that are lit in fire. And they seem to be like tossing them back and forth, spinning them at rapid pace.
Nunchucks?
No, like single batons,
Got it.
yeah. More fire dancer
Gotcha.
than anything. Dressed in these kind of tighter leathers, showing a little bit of skin as well. A choker around their neck with this bright red gem kind of dangling loosely from gold. Tannish skin, this kind of bright purplish red hair. And it suddenly sinks in. This is a very familiar face for you, Kylus.
He like sinks into the crowd and like
I would like you to roll a stealth check,
oh my
please.
god. You son of a bitch.
Excitedly pushing through and then just tries to homer say
Yeah. 14.
14.
That's got to beat the passive.
You duck into the crowd, and there's enough people around here. He seems transfixed on the work that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Little beads of sweat kind of coming down, but he flips one up and then does up essentially like a half, like cartwheel somersault kind of thing, catching it in the other hand, flipping it around. He's enamored in the performance that he's doing. He doesn't seem to notice you, or if he did, he's not showing it.
God, this is like flip behind some like big dude, and he's like trying to like flip his shoulder cape up to like make some sort of a hood.
Yeah, it's like your ex-boyfriend. Oh.
And he starts like moving back through the crowd, trying to get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way back. You didn't have to dive too far into this crowd in order to notice him. But yeah, you make your way out. Soon the sounds begin to become rather distant.
He'll kind of get to like a quiet area, and it's like he summons Oz.
Oz is like,
What the fuck is he doing here?
I don't know. How did you get here?
I don't really know. What should I do?
I don't know. I serve you.
Right. Well,
This is the best right now.
I suppose, I think, well, yes, well, let's get the fuck out of here.
I wholeheartedly agree. He disappears.
He's action dashing away
Yeah,
from the area.
you book it running as fast
down
as
the
you can.
steps, out of the fancy part of town.
All right. You will have to pay 2 silver for a gondola. The only way...
He throws like 4 gold at him. He's like, as fast as you can go.
Right away, sir. And the water starts to descend and be drained out of this area, and you're just...
His like
can't
foot's
drain
tapping.
fast enough. Eventually, the locks open up, and you
Who designed this
come out
fucking
into
city?
Henla Heights. That would be Henla. You were out into Henla Heights at this point. Sailing along, you notice 2 individuals who are trudging their way in a direction similar to you. These individuals.
Do we
You
notice-
see Wolfgang and the professor.
Kylos wouldn't even really notice them. He is
Okay.
like 1,000-yard stare, tapping
Sure.
his foot incessantly.
Do we notice him?
You would see him in the gondola. The gondola moves faster than you guys, unless you're dashing.
Walking
yeah.
at a normal pace.
Yeah, the gondolas move faster.
Kind of like elbowing.
You just see Kylus just...
Kylus!
Kylus!
Hi. What?
We need,
What are you doing? What?
we need your help. If you'd like.
Where would you need my help?
Well, we're going to the Bearded Axe. We need to find some information.
We're gonna have a drink. Come with us.
What part of town is that? The Bearded Axe in?
Ask your driver. Can you take us there?
Of course, I know where the Bearded Axe is.
Let's hop on.
Wait, where?
We hop onto the.
It's in this part of town.
We hop onto the,
alright.
the boat.
All right.
Gondola. Let's go.
It's closer to one of the southeastern locks.
Insight check on Kylus.
Sure.
Because again, somebody's acting weird.
Disadvantage.
I think disadvantage. Yeah.
That is a 19 plus 4 for 23.
I mean, yeah, beads of sweat. He's
Kinda
tripping
like
over his words.
Looking up and down. Not gonna even make an insight check. Just what's going on?
Sums up.
Is it particular to a certain part of town?
He seems insistent on it. Yes.
What do you mean?
It's weird that that's the first question.
What do I mean? Well,
Where did you just come from?
you're sweating. Have you ever seen him sweat?
No.
I don't think he sweat when we fought Bull.
I honestly didn't think he was capable.
Do you have
not
sweat?
sweating?
Yeah, he has.
It's so hot out here.
It is.
Why are you tapping your foot?
He like grabs his leg.
You see,
Wait.
you see? Yeah, you do see this. What's going on, man?
Right, look. I might have been in a fancy part of town. Sometimes you run into people that you might know.
Who do you know?
People out here.
They're not from around here. Let's go somewhere else to have this conversation.
Oh, we're heading. This fine gentleman's taking us to a bar. I think we have roughly. How long?
We'll be there soon.
Soon. We have that much time.
Right.
I can plug my. Well, no, I can't plug.
You
my
need your
ears.
hands.
I do. I'll do my best to forget.
How much? did
God,
you pay
there's
this
on
guy?
A couple more levels, I'll make sure you forget.
Lovely. Well,
We can wait. It's fine. I'm not in a hurry.
Yes.
right. Well, what are the two of you up to? What's going on?
Well,
I need my hands.
yeah.
Let's wait until we get
We'll
there.
have both of these conversations when we get to where we're going.
Oh, I can have a conversation out in public.
What happened to the two of you?
Well, actually, I have some work for us. Perhaps after we take care of some other things that we need to. But I inquired about the hunting of monsters in the harbor.
Well, if we're talking about work, I did pick up some work as well, so might not be able to help with the whole monster hunting thing.
What kind of work?
It's more of an audition, really.
For what?
Playing music, dancing, fun stuff.
Well, I got these things that will help us breathe underwater.
That sounds boring. I'd much rather go kill some monsters.
You know, the more time I spend with you, Wolfgang, the more I'm inclined to agree with that sort of thing. Monsters, not people.
Depends who they are.
Did you kill some people?
Kind of look slowly at you.
Looks over at the
Your
No.
folks?
No, I did not.
I have no reason not to believe you.
You
I
definitely
don't think he believes you.
don't.
There's like an extra ripple in the waves, like with each stroke that he does.
He's just kind of like Wolfgang, just kind of staring at him.
He's not making eye contact.
Wolfgang, these are the kinds of things that I'm talking about.
Hopefully he's gonna shit himself. Are you doing it right now?
Turtling.
We'll leave this man a nice tip when we get off.
But it seems like we have lots of things that we can't talk
Don't look
about.
the bearded
right
axe!
now.
Get off my boat!
You guys get off, and I kind of stop. And then turn and follow.
Oh, sorry for we weren't here.
Didn't see any.
Spins it like a
coming
propeller.
across, coming up to this large wooden building. It's a little more rough and tumble on the exterior, not nearly as well designed or well maintained as the Drowning Roots Tavern. Hanging ever so off kilter is a sign that has an axe, and where the blade would normally form, it actually forms into a beard. In terms of the design, the Bearded Axe Tavern, with right in between axe and tavern is where that axe design is.
A little on the nose, but
I was gonna say the same thing.
It's just under the nose, actually.
That was good. Anyways,
let's find a spot inside, get a drink.
One of the glass windows breaks. An individual comes flying out, crashing onto the ground. And just someone leaps out, landing down and just starts like shaking him, just like, you cheated in cards.
Speaking of cheating in cards, where's Mr. Nand?
I don't know. He actually he just appeared in the middle of the
thrown into the water. He just walking away, climbs through the window, back in.
This seems like your kind of place.
I kind of want to play some cards.
Be sure to cheat.
Be sure to check somebody who cheats. Yeah, last time I saw Frognand, he appeared in the middle of the dining area where we were staying, and immediately went right to bed.
Tired wee fella. He could turn people invisible, right? Or is that just himself?
I have no idea.
I should ask him about that.
So, do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Take it away, Wolfie. I'll have 4 shots. You guys want anything?
You guys walk into the space, and it is boisterous and loud in here. There are people cheersing, chugging off in the corner, and way off in the distance, you see 3 gated cages, metal cages with target boards along the way. And individuals are taking axes and sticking in. Some are completely missing.
Wolfgang is
Makes a lot of
visibly
sense.
pleased with what's happening in this whole area.
In what way is it visible?
A slight smile.
In the far right-hand
It's
corner
covered by
from
his
initially entering, there seems to be a few people off to the side who are playing a bit of a jaunty tune, kind of getting things loud and boisterous. While that initial abrupt encounter seemed to be a little hostile in nature, it does seem to be pretty jovial in here. With your passive perception, you note there's a couple people in here who seem to be bearing on their chest these dark red cog-like wheels. Almost like badges or pins.
Crimson cogs, that's what they were called.
There's maybe like 4 or 5 of them in here.
Is that them?
Anyone that has that little insignia on it?
Should we fight them?
No.
I knew you were going to say that.
Then why did you...
Just have some fun someday. So anyways,
Kyle's is at the bar, just like...
like looking over.
At this point, honestly, I'm far more interested in what he has going on.
Yeah, Victoria murdering somebody seems pretty boring, doesn't it? Yeah. Opposed to Kylus's random bullshit. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
You see this kind of rough and tumble looking, kind of furrowed browed dwarven man. Big nose, big bright chubby cheeks. Bit of a tuft of a white beard, balding on the top, but a little bit on the side, kind of stemming down into sideburns into the beard. And he's poured you these shots and is a little frustrated how quickly you're burning through them.
Can I help you there?
No, I suppose not. You paid fair and square.
Well, you seem very happy about me being a
Because it's
patron
a
here.
shame I wasted it on ya! This is good liquor!
Everything better?
Uppity fucking elves. He corks the bottle and walks away.
Kyle's downs the last shot and turns around like, look at both of you.
Roll a con saving throw, sir. He polished off 5 shots.
23. Kyle's can drink.
For now.
It's funny because as he like says that and turns away, I was like in the middle of that sentence. I was like, "Could I get a glass of your boldest red?"
Just
Uppity fucking elves.
I think he meant ale. 2, 3 glasses. Ale.
4.
Red ale?
If that's my only option.
We'll see how the day goes. I'll be back. Walks away.
I like this guy.
I don't.
That guy's definitely pissing in our drinks right now.
Yeah.
Pissing blood, red ale.
Wouldn't be the first time.
That checked out, damn.
God, it's camping
We're
all over
slowly
again.
becoming unhinged.
Yeah, slowly.
Yeah, slowly.
We've been very hinged up until now.
So what's going on with the two
You
of
have
you?
the tavern to yourselves. It's very loud and boisterous in here, so you imagine hushed conversation doesn't get caught.
Okay. Well, remember when you met Victoria and she said something about going on a hunt?
That's right.
Yeah, she did that last night.
Right.
Yeah, she killed somebody. At least one somebody. There's blood all over her room. We might have to leave that in. Which, looking around this one, that couldn't be so bad.
So, like, should we hide a body? What are we doing?
I don't know anything about a body. But I kind of want to find out where... Why am I coming to you with this? I kind of want to find out who was killed and if we should be upset about it.
And namely why we came here, because we figured information travels through taverns.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like just fucking drinking. Oh wait, he didn't come back with drinks, did he?
Not yet.
That fucking dwarf. Piece of shit.
Wow.
Sorry.
Did she have specific targets, or was it just men?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Do we really care?
Well, if she killed somebody,
He starts walking back.
stopping.
Is it wine?
No. And then he pulls out a bottle of wine.
Look at that.
Finish that first.
I like this guy.
Is it just like an ale?
It's kind of like a darkish ruddy brown.
How much?
When you open it at the top,
Yeah, why the hell not?
I thought much. He had 5. We'll tally it all up at the end.
Fantastic. I'll take another. And he just fucking slams down the first one.
I'll get my ale down. Just
Did you want a fancy glass too?
I prefer to think it enhances the flavor. So
Ugh. He goes into a drawer, opens it up, and like brushes cobwebs away and looks at it. And, I've got to wash it. He goes into the back, leaving you alone.
What were we saying?
Hiding bodies.
Vicky killed somebody.
Yeah, she killed somebody.
Right.
If she killed somebody who is not unsavory, then we might have an issue here. Yeah. She killed some, villain. I don't suppose I'll be that upset about it.
What if they are coming off as a good person, but they're actually a piece of shit?
That's quite nuanced, and I don't think that's something I
I'm
can
just saying-
make a decision about at the moment with the amount of information I have.
well, let's at least find out who potentially it was, and then we can make our decision from there.
I think that's fair. Look, where's
He comes walking back to that point. Polished, nice clean glass. Sets it down for you.
Excellent.
You are a champ with that ale. I wasn't expecting it.
Did you bring me another one?
Shit.
He walks away.
I pour myself a
Yeah.
glass and
Satisfied?
very.
It's mediocre at best. But it's red.
Right as rain.
Maybe let it breathe or some bullshit.
I'm gonna look at the bottle. How old is it?
It's about 5 years old. It's not terrible.
It's been-
You also imagine this isn't the clientele who normally go for
Oh, I'm
good
100%
stuff.
aware of that.
So even with the age, it's probably just not good wine either.
I think this is about as good as it's going to get.
I think you're gonna get our asses kicked in here.
I hope.
Why?
So what's your thing that you seem to be so worked up about?
Yes, rather worked up.
The whole finger tapping thing, the sweat, the toe tapping. You know, the Kylus I know seems to be a pretty cool, calm, collected guy. But the Kylus I'm looking at right now does not seem that way. So what's going on, big guy?
Perfectly cool. Perfectly calm.
Yeah, you're full of shit. What'd you do? Did you steal something?
I ran into an old boyfriend.
Okay, and?
There's a lot attached to that.
Who was this individual?
His name is Kendra.
K-I or K-E?
K.I.
Okay. What's the problem?
Where I'm from, he's a wee bit of a war criminal.
Oh, good. What does that mean? What did he do?
Ooh. Escaped?
Big deal, so did we.
Escaped? How is escaping somewhere a war crime?
Well, when you're captured by the enemy side and you break out of prison with knowledge.
Oh, so he's not originally from where you're from. So you were sleeping with the enemy.
So to speak.
Ah. Really?
Alright. Okay.
Keep going. I was bored, but this actually kind of interesting now. So, let me get this straight. This is, what's his name? Kendra?
Kendra.
Kendra, sure. He is an enemy of your people, your house, whatever it is.
Something like that.
And you, had a small fling, or was it more serious?
We've never really had anything too serious.
That checks out. So what's the big deal then? Did he leave your heart in shambles or something like that?
Life, kind of?
He left your life in shambles.
Wee bit.
How so?
Ugh.
How's it feel being in the spotlight, Keegan?
This is
Tick,
an
tick, 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 tick.
awful lot of information I'm giving away here.
Yeah, like I haven't given you any.
And myself as well.
Right, well, I get at least 4 more shots. 6 more.
He comes back with your cup.
So now as far as
Walks away again.
As he walks up, he's like,
as far as this like conflict goes between like what we'll say is your people and his people, like is it just what's the nature of it? Is it between Shadakai and
Erjanasi.
whomever he is, or what is the nature of this conflict? Who's who?
I'm not really sure how to explain that.
Oh my god, just out
Just
with it, man.
go.
Come on.
Yeah, he brings out 5 more, some of them spill in his hand. Wait.
As you're going for one, I snag one and take it. Come on.
Okay. And then walks away with no order left to fill.
Is he,
He leaves.
Well, let's say you were to take shadow and you were to take light, 2 very opposing things. I'd say this would be like that.
cool.
Extraplanar elemental wars.
So what are we
Wars.
talking about? The Shadakai and Eladrin, Shadakai and Asimar, Shadakai and Tieflings?
I don't really have anything to do with Shadowguy.
Wolfgang's eyes start to glaze over.
Who is this person?
They are Fire Genasi.
Okay. Can I roll a history check on any
Look at him! Look at him!
on any conflicts having to do with genasi?
Sure. Yeah. History or Arcana. I would say both are applicable.
Kind of an important question.
You'll discern different things depending on which one.
History for 23.
23 on history. In terms of fire genasi wars in particular, nothing really pops up. Fire genasi are roughly associated with the plane of fire. There has always been a war from the plane of fire to another plane of existence, though you don't recall which one. But it usually doesn't intrinsically revolve around fire genasi. They're not bound by the plane, though they originated there.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're the akin to what a half-elf is, but in elemental form.
Okay, excellent.
Zach's wheels.
Well,
so serious question. What in the hell is a Genasi?
They're beings that come from, or at least originate from the elemental planes. You have the elemental plane of fire, water, air, and earth.
Okay. They're just creatures?
They're
No,
usually
I mean, they're people.
Oh.
You take a human and mix together, a
Freed.
spark of flame,
A what?
Freed. Freedy.
It's a freebie.
Freedy.
type
The
of
fuck is an Afridi?
djinn, I believe, as it were.
Oh, I think I know what a djinn is. It's like a wish guy, right?
Something like that.
Exactly like that.
Okay.
Oh, so you seem to be familiar with genies then?
Are you?
I might be. A wee bit. What's with the 9th degree, alright?
We're just having a conversation. I don't know why you're getting so worked up about it.
It's been a day.
It's barely noon.
It's gonna be a very long day.
This keeps up. Okay. So, your ex is in town, and they are an extraplanar being that is also a genie. But it wasn't serious, but they ruined your life. That sum it up?
That sums it up perfectly.
So let's kill them.
What? Again, why
Actually-
do you go immediately to violence? What has this person actually done to require that sort of punishment?
Ruined his life. My
Ruined my
friend.
life.
Your friend.
Your friend?
His life seems perfectly fine.
I would argue that that's not the case, being is that he's found himself in 2 prisons, not in the plane of existence he's from, and apparently,
I'm not in the plane of existence that I'm from.
is that your choice?
It
Could
is,
you go?
but it seems
Could
to
you
be,
go back if you needed to?
It's tricky, but
Kylas, could you?
Not right now.
why?
I.
You know what? This is excellent. I'm gonna grab the bottle. You can bill me my share later if you need to. If you're not going to tell me, I'll just go find this person and ask them myself. Good day, Kylas.
Let's not do that
And I
unless
leave.
you want to die. Alright.
Die. Why?
I don't think he said take too kindly to Phil.
I go out of the tavern.
The professor leaves.
I could see that. Should
As you're walking out the door, you swing it open, and standing in front of you, an imposing 6'8" individual, muscular, relatively shirtless, big, bushy white beard that has not been kept very well, a large greatsword on their back, this long, tangled mane of hair, white but slightly curly, and battle scars across the body. A kaleidoscope of multicolored tattoos down their left arm. And they stop and look down at you. My apologies. And steps to the side.
Pardon me, thank you, sir.
kind of.
I'm gonna take a
watching
look
that.
at his sword.
Yeah. Looking it over. It's actually not a great sword. It's a long sword.
Mhm.
My correction. holding on his back. It is dark black, completely from one end to the other, pommel to tip.
As I walk by, and
Can I elbow Kylus?
that's a rather fine blade you have, sir.
It is.
You think the professor's gonna fight him?
And I
I
noticed
really hope so.
the tattoo that is.
Oh shit, he pulled his weapon.
Hands it to you.
Okay, this isn't a fight.
Oh,
What is going on?
Test its balance.
Oh shit.
I'll
Are they becoming friends?
Glides very smoothly. The wind almost moves away from it as you swing it,
this
offering
is,
very little resistance.
this is very finely crafted indeed.
You know your way around a blade.
Well, I've done much research into the subject of warfare, and, well, I've had a bit more of hands-on experience as of late, and I'll present the blade back to him.
He gave the sword back. I don't know what that means.
Muscle memory is the greatest teacher. You can talk about a subject all you want, but until you've gone through it yourself, you'll never truly understand it.
Is he threatening him? I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're measuring
Yes,
the dicks.
they do say that
Oh,
experience is the best teacher. I am starting to learn that myself.
My name is Zeeg.
Now they're shaking hands. I don't understand.
Professor
what's
Filson
happening.
over here.
Pleasure to meet
I really
another
thought they were
warrior.
gonna fight.
I really wanted them to fight.
You're leaving.
Yes, I have some business and investigation to do. While I guess can be considered something of a warrior, I am a scholar first and foremost.
I can respect that. Have a lovely day.
A good day to you, Zeke.
Turns, walks inside.
Nah.
And the professor's off.
My note from my dad to find
This
Zeke, that
close.
was written, right?
Mhm.
And then I burned it without telling anyone, right? Great.
Mhm.
Cool. Just making that connection.
This close.
I also look at Wolfgang. What do you think Phil's deal with me is?
I don't know, he's a little prickly sometimes, but
I thought we got off to a good start. Lately, he seems to want nothing to do with me.
did you do something to piss him off?
Started with him a bit.
I mean, do you think that's a big deal?
Not really. Not
You-
sure what it is.
This big guy comes and sits down right next to you guys.
On
Pulls out a chair.
his side or my side?
His side.
How big is he?
About 6'8". It's almost like I did that on purpose.
I hate it. Kind of like, hey there.
Kylos looks over, his vision kind of.
Yeah, go ahead and make me another con save real quick.
14.
It's getting rough, yeah. Yeah, I would say you are starting to... Ooh, duality. Hello?
Get you a drink?
I can get my own, but I appreciate it.
Nah, I'll get you a drink.
We'll get you a drink. How you doing, gorgeous?
I'm doing fairly well.
Saw you talking to our friend earlier. As in, 5 seconds ago.
You know him.
Yes, he's one of our companions.
Oh,
Party members, so to speak.
An adventurous group.
You could say that.
Very nice.
Your name?
Zeeg.
Zeeg.
Zeeg Fane.
Nice to meet you.
It's a lovely tattoo on your arm there.
It's a lovely weapon on your back there.
What's the deal with the tattoo?
An homage to the people I fight for.
Who might that be?
Take a guess.
Lunaris?
Got it in one.
Right.
What does that make you?
A warrior of hers.
And you follow her because what? What does she do for you?
She let me start again at my life.
Probably let some smash people into the ground too.
We call them perks.
That's one of the perks of fighting for Lunaris.
In the manner that I do, yes.
Interesting. We've been traveling with the cleric of Lunaris for the past month. Nesta Claiborne is her name.
I'm unfamiliar.
She wasn't a prism.
I guess it's probably a big group, and they don't necessarily know each other. It's a
Prism
city.
work usually happens once they've been sent out on a mission. They're sent out to prove themselves. If they come back successful, they are promoted to prism.
What happens if they don't come back successful?
Nothing much. Start from square one. When they're tasked with whatever this mission is for her, it is for life. She will never be promoted to prism until she finishes it.
Do we know what her mission was?
Do we know what her mission? I know what her mission was. I don't remember if my character knows it or not.
I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say I don't know what her mission is.
I'm going to say... Man, I wish Brittany was here.
I know what it is. I just can't remember if she shared it with us.
I feel like she has.
Because I thought she told us after Dagoldore died.
Well, and they were openly discussing it, too.
Yeah.
Let's roll intelligence checks, though.
For both of us?
Yeah, let's see if the characters remember.
That's my first roll, really.
I think this was the time where I mean I know I'm not there, but I wasn't like present in the game anyway. I think.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Daniel was not there.
Yeah. So I was.
I'll say that's
I was
enough.
like, no, she hasn't. And I'm like, wait, hold on.
She was tasked to find the leader of the Arvalane and give them another sending stone that she had in her possession. If she did that successfully and reconnected the temple with the leader of the Arvalane and returns, she's promoted to prism.
Right. The Arbalane. We thought it might be Dags.
Right. Yeah. The that whole thing.
Arbalane.
Arvalane.
Hmm.
Do you know what an Arvalane is?
An Arvalane?
Yeah.
I know the story of the Arvalane.
Oh.
I know their existence,
It's a
but
they. Okay, it's a group.
yes.
We knew that.
I believe it was a subsect of the Nars.
Not exactly. As far as the legend goes, it was a group that agreed to work with the clerics of Lunaris. They were a group of druids, but they focus on the stars more than they did the moon.
Alright, it's all coming back to me.
Yeah, me too.
They disappeared some time ago. Interesting that they're trying to reconnect after all this time.
But anyways, what are you doing here with all that muscle of yours?
I'm here for the festival,
To compete, or...
the obstacle course.
I'm gonna do that obstacle course.
I was thinking about it too.
Could be
Oh,
fun.
Then I'll see you on the waters. The prize is supposed to be something special.
I like something special.
Me too.
Let me ask you, are you able to channel Lunaris' power in your combat?
Yes.
So you're a paladin.
Not exactly.
Care to go into that?
I channel her fury.
Got it. Okay. Well,
When someone has done extreme wrongs to Lunaris.
Wolfie here channels a little bit of that too.
You follow Lunaris.
Not really, he just gets mad sometimes.
I do get mad sometimes.
A lot of times.
Anger is not a bad thing.
Right now, in fact.
It can be useful, depending on the situation you're in.
And depending on how you control it. Anger can be focused, angered, channeled.
I've yet to see that, but I'll take your word for it.
Maybe I can show you some time.
You should fight.
Down for a wrestling match.
Yeah?
This individual's human. He's probably in his mid-60s or so.
Right,
Oh.
well, no sense wrestling in armor. You might as well take that off. Or not, alright.
I'm game.
I'm ready when you are.
I imagine we should go outside. Hey, you missed a lot.
They're gonna fight.
Apparently,
Shirtless.
fucking shit.
They're gonna wrestle.
Yeah. Are they oiled up
Is
yet?
there a...
This is the type of bar where you just scrap on the floor.
I'd really rather not. It feels a little embarrassing, to say the least.
Afraid you're gonna get your ass kicked. He picks up his drink that you paid for.
Hardly.
Sit down it. It starts to spill out the sides.
I just have more honor and pride than to fight in an establishment such as this.
Sorry, Wolfie, he's so much hotter than you.
About to backhand you.
Very well.
You can take him.
We can step outside.
Let's go. A friendly.
We're wrestling outside.
They're wrestling outside!
Ah! a bunch of individuals turn around.
Kyle's drink just like spills out.
God, if I was there, I'd bet on this so hard. To be clear, against Wolfgang.
As you guys are beginning to head outside, we will come into
I
Frogman.
might be there.
Yes.
Frogman. You are now waking up.
Good morning, world, and all who inhabit it.
Your rest has completed. What would you like to be doing?
So I'll prepare fucking catapult.
I think my friends are about to get into a fight.
My fighting senses are tingling.
I realized I completed a long rest in Kylas's room.
Yep.
I'll take 10 minutes to do a quick detect magic.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not even your scimitar?
Scimitars.
You piece of shit. That's a boring
Is-
little piece of metal.
Elegant, beautifully crafted, but magically mundane.
Okay, I guess I'll just pocket it. Oh, and
Scimitar almost as big as you.
yeah, and
Probably
then
bigger.
I'll walk out of the room.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll start heading towards the test site, unless I see a crime scene.
Well, as you're coming up above ground, you see that same swimming individual who you saw on the glass ceiling from the night before is currently chatting with an individual. Dark tan skin, this bright red hair with kind of purple tips, yellow eyes, and wearing all dark leathers with a bit of a revealing side to himself. This choker around his neck with like this hanging ruby talisman almost.
Okay.
Is kind of just leaning up against the wall, just staring directly at her, just kind of chatting her up a bit.
Is there anything overt about it that would stand out? Because I'm not looking for
No,
trouble
but
right
he
now.
stands out. He is not mundanely dressed, so that's the only reason you really catch him.
Oh, I'll just clock then. Got a new performer in.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
You head on out. We'll say for the sake of time.
Does he have the scimitar on him?
He does.
Okay.
Yep. I've equipped it to my
Back?
hip? Yeah, it's my back. That's
Yeah.
probably yeah.
Tip still.
Right. It's completely dull by the time I get it to you.
I thought it was magical.
Counts as a great sword for him.
For the sake
Still
of
he doesn't do
time,
things.
because all you need to do is demonstrate your catapult, unless there was something particular you wanted to do with it and show off.
No, I just wanted.
If you just want to get your license, we can just get your license within the time.
Nice. I was going to catapult my magic quill.
Okay.
And so wherever I can sign off on my certification.
Sure. To note, 10 gold pieces from each of you for certification as well.
Ugh. Classic government.
Mm-hmm. You do anything, give me money. Did you die? Give me money.
Give me the muns.
They didn't even waive my application fee. Wow.
Well, they would have collected it at the start.
Yeah.
So I'll get my cert, and if that's
just trying.
fairly simple, then that's fairly simple.
Yeah,
And
they just want to see it. The only reason we need to go into it is if you want to do extra and try and get more from the scenario, but if you're just wanting to do it and be done with it, we'll move on.
Nah, dog, we chillin'.
Okay.
I would like to.
I hope you said that to the guy. He's just like,
Nah, dog, we chillin'.
get out.
I will cast another detect magic if there's an obscura nearby,
Okay.
and try to figure out what is with their metallic visor thing.
Okay. Detect magic goes off. You're going specifically for the visor.
I mean, I'll look the whole thing, but
Mhm.
I'm keeping in mind
Heavily,
the visor.
heavily abjuration. and a bit of transmutation attached to it as well.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else screams at me from their person?
Their cloak seems to be magical as well as the gauntlets on their wrists.
Okay. Makes sense.
Their gauntlets seem to be evocation. Their robe is additional abjuration.
Hey, how do they see?
The obscura.
Yeah.
The visors are enchanted. They can see perfectly fine. We can't see through the advisors or the masks, but they can see through it.
Oh, so it's like when someone puts on a costume, but there's like mesh inside, so they see out, but we can't see it?
I'm not a theater goer, but yes, I
No,
guess.
it's not a theater thing. It's like it's a war thing. It's like intimidating, cool.
I'm not in war either.
You'd be pretty good at it, though. Anyways, you know how I did all this really, really cool magic?
Yes.
You saw those spell scrolls that I showed you that aren't in my book?
Mm-hmm.
I want to remedy that. So.
Oh, yes. Yes. Head to Henla's Heritage.
Henla's Heritage.
No, Henla.
Henla's Heritage.
There we are.
Nice. So they have
She's
things.
the founder of our city. Please don't mess up her name.
Yeah. All right. I love a good Henley.
That's gonna get you in trouble someday.
Get out of my office.
Okay. By the way, what was your name?
Lysander.
Nice. Ooh. Okay. You got a little Hermia, little Helena around that you're looking for.
Again, I'm not a theater goer.
No, not even a little Demetrius.
No.
Okay.
Not even a little bit of Monica.
Wow.
Sorry, that was tough. I couldn't help myself.
Okay.
Said it with conviction though, in
Mambo
character.
number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought that's what you were
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Have a lovely day, Mr. Deadfish.
Okay, bye. Straight to Henla's Heritage.
Okay. Taking the gondola back to Henless Heights.
Mm-hmm.
You see essentially this floating market space, but there seems to be a majorly established building off to the side. And by floating marketplaces, I mean like boats with stalls attached to them. Some of them are attached to multiple boats, and those gondolas are like lashed together essentially to create these like almost walkways that these people are walking along, kind of hovering over. They like lose their balance and then catch themselves immediately, like it was nothing. This place is hustling and bustling. Stepping into Henla's Heritage, you see it's a sign that has essentially this cauldron with a bit of like popping, bubbling purple energy coming out of the top of the cauldron. Seems to be purely aesthetic. And what seems to be a typical looking witch kind of stirring the pot in stop fashion. Stepping into the facility, it is a multi-tiered building, steps leading up the left-hand side that extend outside of the wall. So there's no like actual staircase, it's just the steps that are just floating there, leading to an upper balcony area. But straight ahead of you across this counter space is a woman, kind of darker tannish skin, black hair pulled back into a tight bun, standing maybe 5'2", 5'3" or so.
Human?
Human. Is he human? No, half elf. Slightly pointed ears.
Can I tell what type of elf is the half?
I would say that's a tough check, but you can make a history or nature check. Seeing as you didn't interact with a ton of elves.
Yeah, well, it would be either weird, maybe Shatterkai,
or Eladrin.
Eladrin, or an elf from my past, essentially.
Or Drow.
That one. 17. History.
17 doesn't look like anyone you'd be familiar with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
This ding, ringing sound goes off, though as you look up, there's no bell. It's just making the noise.
it's kind of a cool trick you got there.
Individual turns around.
Is that an alarm spell?
It is actually. Welcome in. My name is Paula.
Paula?
Paula.
Ooh, okay, Paula.
Paula Othessa.
Okay. Oh, Thessa.
She comes around the corner, dressed in blacks and blues. Almost summer dress attire, but with like a belt that's kind of cinched around the waist. Walks up and takes a kneel and puts her hand out.
Do you study magic?
Yes, I do. I study magic. I make all the magical items within this facility.
Are you the only one in this city that studies magic?
I'm not the only one, but I'm one of the best. I'm descended from the witch Henla herself, so...
Cool. Is that who's on the image out front?
That's just a typical sign. I got that updated. It wasn't there originally.
Okay. Cool. Wow. I don't know what to say.
What are you here for? Magic items, scrolls, potions.
I study magic too.
I know, I can tell. You have a very large book in your hand.
Yeah. It's really nothing yet.
Don't sell
but-
yourself short. What are you looking for?
Well, I'm trying to learn and grow. You know, I have some spell scrolls I want to add. I've been concocting little inventions in my mind that I want to enchant. But I'm no one. I'm from nowhere, and this is just kind of overwhelming. Can you
perfectly
lead me
fine.
in a direction?
Yes. Are you looking for magical components for your spellbook? Are you looking for
Oh,
items to
yeah.
make magical items?
Both. Yeah. I
Okay.
want to write some spells down. I want to make magical items, and I just want to see what else is possible.
Sure. Well, we can go over all of that.
Okay.
We'll start with components. How much are you needing?
Well, I want to enchant this little clasp right here. With this spell right here. I'm not sure her mage armor.
Mage
And I'll
armor.
kind of talk her through the process of how I intend to permanently inscribe the glyphs on. I think I'll describe, I think we talked about 25 gold worth of stuff.
Mhm.
If I have these types of glyphs, if I have that I can press on, that will leave an imprint, I think that might work.
You're going to need different incense, different herbal remedies. You're going to need specific types of parchment and ink to burn as part of this spell.
Yeah, I expected the parchment.
I can get all of that for you.
Okay.
Easily. 25 gold, you said? At
yeah.
least.
Maybe can I get enough for 2?
Sure. Absolutely.
Cool.
She gets you all the components needed, essentially, for the creation of a magical item, 50 gold worth.
Nice. And I have all these spell scrolls that I want to make more permanent in my book. Is there any specialty inks that I can use to inscribe into my
You
book?
don't even need to ask. And she goes and grabs it for you.
Very cool.
How much were you looking for?
Oh, I mean, I have about as
How
leveled
deep are- how
spells
deep
as
are your
that.
It's so level is
Yeah.
referred to as circle in my setting. So
Okay.
there's a first circle all the way up through 9th circle.
Yeah. So I mean, right now I'm really used to up to 3 circles, but I think I found scrolls that are of more. So I mean, maybe like could I do something like 10, 12 circles total right now?
Sure.
Do they compound like that? Do they add? Are they additive?
It's not necessarily. It's also dependent on which school you focus on as well.
Okay.
As for me, I'm abjuration.
Yeah, so here's the thing, I've never focused on one school. I just kind of dabble and I swap them around, and I really like boiling down to the function of them and the formula of how to create a spell.
I've actually never really heard of this.
I consider myself kind of a scrivener.
Okay, I'm familiar with the word. I could get you, I don't know, maybe 100 gold's worth of components.
Okay.
I'm not sure how that translates for you in terms of circle, though.
Yeah, maybe double it?
200?
Yeah.
Do you want to see what else we have in the store?
Of course, duh.
Okay. Is there anything particularly you're looking for? It helps if I had a guide.
Yeah, no,
We have plenty of water-oriented magical items within stock. It's
Okay.
some of our best-selling equipment.
I mean, I've
Guess
always...
why?
It's because of the water, I'm assuming.
It was redundant, but yes.
Okay. Well, the issue that I've been facing is that my friends are gotten into trouble a lot. You said you abjure?
Abjure, yes.
What kind of other...
Abjure, a bit of transmutation as well.
Yeah, I'm interested in abjuration. What could you...
Do you intend to be on the water at all?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but not
Things have
super
gotten
focused.
a little dangerous within the waters. So, do your friends wear armor?
Yeah, most of them.
I have armor, a mariner's armor, 3 different types. I have a splint, hide, and studded leather,
Okay.
all varying in price range.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
most expensive being splint at 300 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I have cloaks of the manta ray. I have 2 of them in stock currently. Each one's 300 gold.
And those help you swim
Oh,
faster?
380. Yes, and breathe underwater.
Okay.
And you don't need to attune to either of those. You just need to wear them.
Wow, that's pretty incredible.
It's partially why they're so pricey.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. What if I did the 200 gold of spell scroll writing stuff,
Okay.
the 50 gold of enchantment runes,
Sure.
throw another 100 gold of spell scroll stuff on there.
Of course.
Yeah, so 300 gold, 50, so I'm at 350. And then
She's compiling it all as you're speaking.
yeah,
She kind of flips her hand and a mage hand appears and like gathers things for her as well.
so cool. Do you have anything else just in terms of reading materials? In terms of
I have different scrolls if you'll wish to
sure.
purchase.
What you got?
I have let's see here. I have a scroll of create and destroy water,
Okay, very cool.
scroll of water breathing,
Nice.
scroll of water walk,
Nice.
scroll of control water, and also 4 scrolls of shield.
Wow. Well, could I get a scroll of water breathing?
Certainly. Scroll of water breathing will come out to 270 gold pieces.
That's a lot of money.
It is a very high circle.
Yeah.
And with how important it is within this community,
yeah, I just
I do
thought
have to run a business.
because it was okay. Okay.
and it's the only one I have.
Let's chill there for a minute.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna report back to my team. I have a really rich uncle. And I'm gonna go get him and bring him back.
Sounds splendid.
Cool. 300 gold worth of spell parchment and inks, 50 gold worth of other
Mhm.
shit, of enchantment stuff.
Go ahead and add it to your inventory.
Holla at your boy.
You can make a custom noted item and just keep track of that.
Nice.
All right. I don't believe I caught your name.
Frogman.
Frogman.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Frogman.
Yeah, you as well. Paula. Hey, do you offer lessons ever?
I hadn't really considered it. I've spent so much time running the store. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah, I haven't had lessons in a while, and I think I'm due.
All right. Maybe we can chat about it another time.
When I bring my friends back.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yes, we can speak of it then.
Perfect.
I'll see if I can't clear out my schedule a bit.
Yeah. No, it'll be really cool. I haven't studied with a water master before.
A water master. I hadn't considered myself that, but I will take it.
Yeah. You don't sell yourself short. You're pretty cool, Paula. God.
You as well, Frogman.
All things going away real quick.
Have a wonderful day.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, he's so fast for those tiny legs.
Sword tracking on.
So, just to be totally clear,
Yes.
I bought 300 gold worth of spell inscribing materials.
Yes, that's specifically to put scrolls into your book.
We had talked about how because of my class we're having that. So is that the equivalent of what would be a normal person's 600?
Yes.
Holla at your boy.
Because of your Order of Scribes ability.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back because I don't know where the fuck these guys are.
Yep, they're off doing all sorts of stuff.
I'm gonna go back to our tavern and I'm gonna spend about 12 minutes and write a bunch of script bells into my
Scribbles.
Yeah,
Scroll
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 spells.
bells.
Yeah,
Scroll bells.
I'll take less than a half hour and write
Okay.
fucking shit ton.
Coming back to this moment, you guys are stepping outside. He's kind of rolling out his shoulder a bit.
Wolfgang's like pulling the armor off.
All right, let's get some bets going.
All right. Silly question, but fists, right?
Are we punching or wrestling? I don't know which.
Oh, that's a good question.
I was just gonna wrestle you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Show us strength.
I love it.
All right, take your bets.
Kinda-
The big guy or the bigger guy?
Puts his hand out.
Yeah, forearm
Yeah.
check. He knows the drill.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I gotta find the right music for this.
Yeah, let's say Wolfgang does, he's shirtless, right? Big guy?
He has like some leather straps across him just for like holding some of his gear.
Yeah, Wolfgang's shirt's gonna come off. It's
Nice.
gonna be bare chest. Let's fucking do this.
Okay.
All right, shirts are off. Money in the pot. Who wants to bet?
God, I so wish I was there.
Bets are starting to pop in. We'll come to that in a moment.
The house does take 10%, unfortunately, but cost of doing business.
Everyone kind of pauses and just like, ah.
I like this.
All right.
Any ground rules? What's the deal here?
First person to the ground loses.
Are we punching or are we wrestling?
No, just in a stance. Do you not have a stance?
Not particularly.
You gotta bend your knees, otherwise, wah! And he'll come at you and take this opportunity to take it.
Wolfgang is very ready for that.
Okay.
With he's really ready for that.
Super ready for it.
Super ready.
All right. So it's going to be an opposed athletics check for grapple, unless you wish to use acrobatics.
No, I definitely don't.
Hell yeah.
27.
Dirty 20 for him.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, that is 20. No, wait. Yeah, 27.
Catching into you, you locked in stance. You're now holding on to each other, but then break off and away. You resist his grapple. Is there anything you would like to do? He went at you to
instead of breaking
surprise.
away, can I try to reverse the grapple?
Yeah.
It's like ideally, like we're like arm in arm like that.
Mhm.
Wolfgang's gonna want to like immediately try to swing around and get him from behind.
Coming in through. Another opposed athletics. Oh my god, that was way out.
That's, I thought it was cocked, but I touched it. So. 14.
26. He kind of breaks off of it, kind of rolling forward, gets back up, running back at you. He's spry for his size. I mean, you're both humans. You know how old this guy is. He's moving fast.
Wolfgang will charge towards him as well.
You see something in his shoulder kind of, and the tattoos begin to light up. He's gonna rage.
So am I then.
Okay. Opposed athletics checks at advantage.
All right, they seem to be evenly matched, and they're both getting real mad about it. Increase your bets right now.
16.
I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20.
I rolled an 8 and a natural 1, so.
For a total of 29.
Jesus.
He's got you in his grapple.
Mm-hmm.
This next check he's going to make. First, you can choose to break his grapple, or you can try to stay in it.
I want to try to reverse his grapple.
What comes up next is if he gets to keep his grapple, he'll try to knock you prone,
Sure.
which would be the end of it.
Wolfgang's going to try to reverse his grapple.
Okay. Opposed athletics checks.
At advantage?
Yep, you're still raging. Whether there's damage or not, I'm just going to let this rage ride.
23.
Only a 20. You break out, reversing. Now you have him in your grapple. He's going to try and bust out of that.
All right, folks, you've never seen anything like this.
You essentially like kicked him in the back of the knee, and he dropped down to one knee. You need his shoulders on the floor, though.
That's the ultimate hype man.
Yeah.
21.
27. It's just a back and forth. He breaks the grapple this time, getting...
Does he pause for a second? Does he pause for a second, or does he immediately go back in?
Yeah, he kind of...
I kind of smile and like kind of nod.
There's like a twinkle in his arm as each bit of like this tattoo is like...
All right, they're twinkling now.
Wolfgang just kind of goes and then charges.
He kind of goes low. He's going for your hips.
Seeing that, Wolfgang will try to spin out of it and try to get him from, again, a grapple from
All right, let's see.
Come on. 19.
19. So straight D20. Whoever rolls the highest, no modifiers.
11.
10.
Oh!
You catch him in that grapple, and he initiated this, so it's your turn. You can choose to try and knock him prone here.
Hell yeah.
All right, opposed athletics checks, final one,
At
potentially.
advantage.
Yep.
All right, there, glistening there, sparkling.
It's 24.
They're gorgeous.
Dirty 20. Slamming him on the ground. His knees like roll back up to his forehead, and he just lays out flat. Just
Wolfgang immediately like puts his hand down,
looks at you and just. Ah!
pulls him out. Oh, that was fucking fun.
It's been some time since I've been bested in strength.
Let's get some drinks.
You're not a usual man. And he picks you up on his side and starts walking you in with your feet dangling.
Oh,
And then he goes and picks up your armor, drags you in.
like that. Cool. I fucking won.
Yeah.
Fuck you for betting against me.
I would have bet
have.
against you, but I didn't.
How much money-
We'll
Let's talk about
we'll
that.
solve how much happens there later. You guys are brought in, placed down. Everyone scoffs and cheers and, has the respective reactions. But it seemed like it was an even bet between the two of you, though it did seem to skew in his favor. So a lot of people actually lost some money.
How do I win that money? Do I win that money? Did he win that money? He won that money.
He won the money. Yes. He won that money, and anyone else who bet.
I'm getting my cut.
It's 10%.
Yeah, so
You're really milking this whole. I have no money.
Yeah.
we head to the bar,
Mhm.
and I buy him another drink.
All right. He sits down.
You're a hell of a wrestler.
I could say the same thing about you.
I got a lot of practice.
And I thought I had a lot of practice.
You seem to have a lot of years on me, so no offense. The truth is the truth.
Knowledge is a warrior's best weapon.
You seem to have a lot of weapons then. No, we're not comparing dicks at this point. We're just.
No, they're complimenting each
Yeah,
other.
we're-
Yeah,
They're like,
no,
that's a great dick you have there.
I guess we're stroking each
Stroking
other.
it. That's what that is.
I'll hold yours, you hold mine.
Yes.
Snake buddies.
What a nice.
Where did you learn to fight?
To the north, Nicosia, where I'm from. You?
Oh.
Here?
Yeah. Well, I have a checkered past. You could say that much.
I think a lot of us do.
I was pretty fucked in the head, if I'm being honest. It took a lot to set me straight on the right path.
Sounds like it could be a good story. But let me guess. You found Lunaris. She set you on the right path.
Cows in the back.
It was more she found me.
You sound a lot like our friend.
If I'm being honest, it wasn't entirely Lunaris who found me.
Who did?
One of her disciples.
Anyone interesting?
To me, yes.
Gonna give me a name or?
I'm not gonna kiss and tell.
Ah, that kind of thing. Okay. I get you. How long have you been in town? You live here.
I travel. I
How
don't
long?
really have a home anymore.
Well, then how long have you been in town?
A couple days.
You haven't heard of any nighttime violence or anything that's happened recently, have you?
No.
Hmm.
Not beyond what's been happening in the waters.
The monsters or whatever it was?
Yeah.
We're talking about possibly handling that.
Unbeastly creatures. I don't have all my equipment here, so I'm not entirely fit to be jumping into the water to deal with these things.
That's fair. I think
Not by myself, anyways. If I had a team, sure.
funny you say that. I have a team.
Hmm.
We're already planning on doing it if you care to join us.
As tempting as that sounds, I'm also here on business. I have things I have to take care of that are more personal in nature.
Yeah, I understand how that goes.
They're the same guy.
It's like looking at your father, isn't
Yep.
it?
A little bit, except he's dead.
Wolfgang.
Yeah, be honest, I don't remember your name. Zeke.
Zeke.
There it is. I remember your name.
You got a last name with that?
Ravencroft. Yours?
Fame.
Yeah, you already said that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Ravencroft.
Can I make an insight check at that?
Absolutely.
There it is. 16.
His pupils dilate at the mention of his last name.
Shouldn't be throwing that around.
He shakes your hand, finishes the drink. We've seen you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Good fight.
Begins to trudge out.
Why do you think we should go? We need quite a bit of money.
Did we really?
Well over 1,000.
Shut up. He made 44 gold.
Fuck!
That's great for 10%.
Did you pull?
For doing nothing. 44 gold.
Oh, so we're splitting that.
22 gold.
I like it. Though I did all the work, but
Alright. It's not as easy as it might look to gather a crowd like that.
no, you did a fantastic job. I appreciate it. It's what helped us gain this gold. Every little bit counts, right?
Every little bit counts.
So you want to go?
Yeah. We should talk.
Sure. Hold on 1 second. Kind of raise my hand to the bartender.
Hey.
I've been meaning to ask you since we sat down and before I fought with that guy. You okay?
I'm fine. I'm doing perfectly fine.
Have you heard of any sort of violence or anything that happened over the past few nights?
Oh. Not that recently. Alright. Not that I'm aware of. Like, oh, what are you talking about? You've got killings out in the river or the lake from all those beasties.
Not monster-related killings.
So like murder.
Like murder.
No, nothing that's passed through here. Though, the Crimson Cogs have been acting a bit fussy recently.
That those red idiots over there?
Yeah, those two right all over there. They came in a bit of a tizzy today.
You took off, right,
Yeah,
Professor?
he's been gone.
Yes,
Okay.
look, for quite some time.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you stopped before the fight, when the fight started.
I am.
They seem to be concerned about something, but I don't know. It seemed to blow off, but they still got something on their mind.
Well, maybe I'll go talk to them. Thank you.
Sure.
What do we owe you, anyways?
Probably comes out to about 10 gold, if I'm being honest.
Kyle's like reaching behind the bar in the background, pulling out a bottle. Put it on the tab.
12 gold.
Sure. I'm drinking some of that.
Fair enough.
Let's go talk to these guys. Wait, hold on. I just added that, not subtracted it. 24.
It's free money.
Every time they say subtract gold, I just keep adding gold.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
If you just don't do what the DM says, you win every time.
It works really well. So I have 10,000 gold.
It's crazy.
Heading over to
Wolfie, hold on 1 second, just before we do that. That big fella.
Yeah, what of them?
When you said your name, his eyes kind of zeroed in.
So?
You've been hunting before, right?
Of course.
It was like that.
What do you mean? Like he was hunting me?
Like maybe he didn't know it, but he might now.
All right. Well, I beat him once.
Yeah, you kicked his ass anyways. All right.
What's the difference? We'll head over to these Crimson guys.
All right.
Both
Yeah.
male?
Yeah, both of them are guys. They're kind of just chatting with a couple of other patrons who seem to be here. They don't bear the similar pin. They're just kind of laughing, enjoying their time.
Walking up, kind of slamming his hands down on the table. Gentlemen!
Oh, it's the man of the evening. Afternoon? What time is it? Hi, it's the man.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm drunk as shit.
How are you now?
Let's get a refill on that.
Oh, I like the blue boy.
Yeah, he's a swell companion. Hey, let me ask you, have you heard of anything happening over the past few nights? Violent nature?
Look, like the lake.
No. We're not talking about monsters here. We're talking about murder.
Roll persuasion check.
With advantage because they're wasted.
And he's the man
No,
of
they have disadvantage
of
on
the
checks
time.
against you. It's not advantage on them.
Let's roll 2 anyways. 8.
No, I don't know much about that.
Alright, we don't need to really be talking about such heavy things here at the table, right?
Yeah.
We're having fun, right?
I'm blue boy.
Right. Let's fill out that drink.
Yeah, the bet. He goes in for another big old chug. His buddy over to the side is kind of just like picking at his nails.
Kind of look over at him. Something on your mind?
Nothing in particular, not really.
You don't have a drink with your friend?
I've had enough.
You seem quite sober to me.
Someone's got to watch out for him,
You're babysitting. That's
essentially.
no fun.
What's the little symbol you got there?
I'm part of the Crimson Cogs,
Oh, that's cute.
Adventurers Guild.
It's like a whole guild, eh?
Yeah.
Barkeeper there is saying you might have had your cogs in a bit of a block.
cogs in a cog.
Are you cog blocked?
Alright.
A wrench in your cogs.
You gotta figure it out.
I do this to myself. I don't know how I got here.
That's the episode name, Cockblocked.
Cog block.
I mean, if it's all the same to him, he really shouldn't be sticking his nose in other people's business.
I'm just saying it's
The
the word around
bartender.
town.
He's gonna, but he shouldn't be.
It's a kind of a bartender thing.
Well, he heard it from somebody else, so word's already about.
Who?
He didn't say.
Well, he had to have heard it from someone, not
Roll
himself.
deception check.
Okay.
You're helping each other out pretty well, so I'll give you advantage.
Okay. 25.
I rolled a natural 4.
Where's my boy?
Well, we don't know if it's anything murder related, but one of our buddies hasn't shown up. He went gallivanting with some lady last night.
Some lady?
Yeah, we didn't.
Quite a lady.
We were pretty smashed by that point.
Anything you remember about her?
She wouldn't get close.
What was she
Timid
wearing?
type.
It was shadow stark. I can't really recall, man. But it wasn't so much her coaxing him. Our buddy just said fuck off to us and left with her.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the most uncommon thing in the
That's-
world. Well, this was last night, you said?
Yeah.
Who's to say he's not shacked up with her somewhere right now?
Yeah.
But for this long, he was supposed to be going out on duty on the lake.
Maybe he's having a really good time with her.
It's a possibility.
I mean, sure, but I don't know.
Did she speak?
I don't recall if she did.
Well, at the
If-
very least.
If you hear about him, his name's Pimber.
Pimba?
Pimba?
Pimber.
Okay.
Pramber.
Pimba.
Pimber.
Okay. Got it.
Sorry about him having a good time with the lady.
It just meant more work for me, but oh no, he's my mate.
Hmm.
Is his name Timo?
Okay. So let me ask you,
I cast gun.
this friend of yours, would you say he's a good man?
He's a bit thick in the head, but yeah, he's alright, mate.
Is he big? Is he physical?
No, he's a little more wiry.
If this woman wanted to do him harm. You said he was pretty smashed, right? Those were the words you used.
We all were, yeah.
You think he'd be
Partially why I'm not drinking tonight.
You think he'd be able to defend himself?
I don't know. Why are you asking so much? Like, you seem to know something.
We're an adventuring
If you-
group ourselves. If you wanted to, we could look into it for you. We're looking for work. We're new in town here.
This seems a little more internal, but roll persuasion check.
I didn't fit.
No, this is a different check. You're doing well.
It's cocked. 23.
I mean, I can bring it up to Glenn, but
Glenn who?
he's our leader. Glenn Bastion. He's the leader for us, but I don't know. I
All
can
right.
chat with him, but
Go ahead and ask him. We're staying at the Drowning Roots Tavern.
alright. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Hope you find your friend.
Thanks.
I'm sure he's just having a lovely day.
I hope so. And kill the show, by the way. You knocked him flat on his ass.
It was a good fight. He was a good man.
Not a lot of people can do that to Fane.
Oh, you know him?
I don't know him personally,
Or
but
know of him?
he comes in here quite often. He checks in with the temple.
What kind of jobs does he do for the temple?
He doesn't really do any jobs for the temple, I don't believe. As far as I know, he just goes there to pray. I don't think he works specifically for the temple.
Any rumors about who he might work for?
I think himself. I've never really seen anyone else around him. It's just been him.
Okay.
Well, look, if you want us to try and find your friend, come and give us a chat.
Oh, what's your names?
Kai.
Kai.
Wolf.
You can
Kai
call him
Wolf.
Wolfie.
I think I'll call him whatever he said I should call him, so Wolf. Especially after knocking down Fane like that, I'm about to piss you off.
That's probably smart.
Alright, Kai and Wolf. Yeah, thanks for the offer. We'll keep an ear out.
Sure thing. Let's get out of here.
As we
Drink as we walk out.
Sure. As we fade out from that moment, we will come into Professor. You've made your way back to the tavern by this point, walking into a rather lively scene of an individual dressed in black leathers, choker, similar description, I won't go into too much detail about it again, is playing a lively drum. They seem to be holding a drum in one hand, and then they have like this dual-ended baton that they're kind of running back and forth around. Swinging inside of the ceiling is this Triton woman you've seen in there before, though you've never really chatted with her. They seem to be doing some sort of joint performance right now. He might fit the description of a fire genasi, though you never really got a full description of this person.
Yeah, but Fire Genasi,
They stand out.
yeah.
He has essentially flame-like hair, so. But he seems to be in the middle of a performance. A small group has gathered by this point. Again, the Drowning Roots is not as boisterous as
Yeah.
the Bearded Axe.
I'll hang out there.
I'll go to the bar and get a glass of wine.
Okay.
And hopefully a better red this time.
This is a much better red.
Okay. And I will sit down in a seat at a table kind of close to the front and just observe the performance and wait until there's a finish.
Sure. It's interesting. There's no extra musical accompaniment beyond just percussion. There's no whistle, there's no hum, there's no extra music playing. But it has this melodic flow to it, regardless of the rhythmic nature of it. And there are moments where he's sort of dancing and spinning around, and then he'll pause for a bit more of a drum solo where she swirls and weaves her way in between the roots and dances along them, spinning down, and then back to gesturing to him. It's this intricate little dance that goes on for maybe 2 minutes or so, with a final flourish and a splash of water above, landing on his head, creating like a flourish of steam. And applause are had within the area. And he kind of wipes away and sets his stuff down, sits down at the bar and gets a drink.
I'll stand up and be giving him some applause, and as he's going and like getting a drink, I'll put some more money forward and on me.
Oh. Hello there.
Greetings. This is quite a performance.
I know. What did you expect?
I know, but
And the professor just walks away.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Turn it around now.
About to chew the professor up and spit it right out.
I appreciate the coin. Thank you.
seemed the least I could do for a wonderful performance. Your name, if you don't mind me asking.
Kindla.
A pleasure to meet you. Professor Philson Olivier.
A scholar of sorts.
Yes. I'm actually,
You don't do this very often, do you?
no, but, well,
That was a good laugh.
was hoping I could make an inquiry towards you as, well, Fire Genasi are a people that are not commonly found out and about in the material planes, and, well, I tend to try and learn all aspects of people in history, and was hoping I could trouble you for some.
Straight to the point. You don't even want to know my favorite color.
Oh, well, I'm happy to discuss that over a couple of drinks if that's more your speed.
I can show you my speed, for sure. He takes the drink. Should I pay for yours?
Oh. I think it's all right for now.
Very well. Professor, what do you wish to know about little me?
Well, what is your favorite color?
Black.
Kind of. Yes.
As you look at his attire, and
Yeah.
it's all black, essentially. You do notice on his wrist, he has this chain that's kind of wrapped around that extends to the middle of his finger that has this an amethyst in the center of it, ornately designed.
Do you hail originally from, so your plane of origin, the elemental plane of fire, I would presume?
It was my home for quite some time, yes.
Oh. I do love to learn about the different planes. It's why I came to the material plane, actually. I'm from the Feywild.
Chaos and emotion.
Yes, rather.
I can get behind that.
You certainly look the part. You would fit right in, probably enjoy the Feywild quite a lot. The Feywild would probably enjoy you.
Most things do.
Why is Brittany not here right now?
It's another horny episode!
Boy Summer.
And it's the professor again!
Now, I do have to say that my chosen field of expertise is in the history of warfare. And I have heard of strife happening within the elemental planes.
A tumultuous time, for sure.
Is your ability with the spoken word as good as your performance in percussion?
I am quite proficient in using my tongue, yes.
Just gonna, like, I'll be sipping just.
I'm sorry. I'm a creature of habit.
I assume you've probably built this habit quite well.
Yes. It has served me in many situations. Some more savory than others. That's for sure.
Is there any recounting of this tumultuous time you would care to indulge in?
I'm not a warrior. I'd prefer to stay away from any fights. I prefer the life of luxury and the arts.
Insight check.
Sure.
Wish I was there right now.
Aren't you?
I'm probably heading
He's on
back
his
right
way,
now.
Time's weird right now. I got 3 different
I can't
groups.
wait to ruin this moment whenever I do enter.
Not you, Frogman.
Never.
Ruining moments? Not you.
I'm at 21.
22.
Tactical assessment.
You can
That's
add that after.
a 5.
Oh, that's also a D.
6.
It doesn't
Supposed to be right.
say anything about
Oh,
not.
nice. Fuck yeah.
How about 24?
24. He seems pretty honest. It doesn't seem like he is a fighter by any means.
Okay.
He doesn't look the part. He doesn't have a single weapon on him.
Yeah.
What's the saying? I'm a lover, not a fighter.
That much is apparent. Do you tell me, what is the opposition in this planar battle?
Well, there are plenty who don't like the city of brass. I would say none more prevalent than the plane of water. They don't mix.
How deep does the rabbit hole go?
Yes.
Fire and water. Though we did make a great team in that moment, but
Yes. Well. I'm curious though, how does flames relate to other planes, particularly if there is some air to stoke the fire?
that's quite the book you have there. Could I read it? Please.
I do have to maintain a certain aspect of professionalism. I do hope you understand.
How about we play for it? A game of dice.
This is just my notebook that I have.
I know. If you win, you get to ask me a certain amount of questions. And if I win, I get to read a certain amount of pages.
I'm just gonna start like flipping through the. this.
I'll start at the very beginning. Or maybe a random page. Your innermost thoughts go in there, dear professor, if I want to know more about you.
When I'm flipping through my book, I am checking to see that in here if I've written down anything about Kylus.
Have you?
I mean, if I'm,
I think that's more your choice.
If I'm writing down stuff, I'm probably like compiling like I'll probably have stuff on like, oh, like this thread, haven't figured out anything about Kylus.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I would
going
say
to-
that's more your choice. That's not something I get to
Interviewed,
call for
deflected.
you. Yeah,
Told me nothing.
yeah, that's more up to you.
Incredibly infuriating.
What do you say, Professor?
Can I enter in that moment?
It's gonna be
You're killing me.
Explain to me this game of dice.
a bit of betting. How about? A chance to read, a chance to lie. You know the drill. Incrementally, we'll get higher. We'll do a D4, a D6, and a D8. How's that sound?
Whatever rolls higher.
Whoever rolls higher. Each time we increase the bet, before we fold, increases the number of questions and the amount of pages I get to read. Whoever wins gets their bet. You get questions, I get pages. A D4 2, D6 4, and a D8 6. 6 pages at max, 6 questions at max. How's it sound? If you fold, the other person wins, but it's limited information. There's some strategy. Oh, I see that brain ticking away, that sparkle in his eye.
I hate everything.
Look with your friend. Come on.
Daniel's turning as red as his shirt. Or as pink as his shirt.
Pink.
What's the fun in playing it safe?
All right,
Take a risk.
What would Wolfgang do?
you're on.
All right. He pulls out a bag, dumps them out. He's got a collection of different types of dice, but then actually we'll slide it over to you and pick which ones you want to use. I don't want you to accuse me of loading them.
Shut up.
Can I eye them and see if they are loaded or if there's anything special?
Yeah, do you want to
about
give him an inspection?
Yes.
Yeah, investigation check. He's letting you pick them up. You get to handle them. You get to roll them a bit.
That is a dirty 20.
There are 2 dice that are loaded. They are D6s. And you determine which ones they are.
Okay.
He has multiple D6s, but there are 2 that are loaded.
Can I tell which way they're loaded?
One of them is loaded towards 6, the other one is loaded towards 3.
Okay.
With a 15, yeah.
Tell you what. How about you use these dice?
Which one are you handing?
None of the loaded ones.
Okay.
If there's ones that are darker, kind of like a black color,
Yeah, they're not like a uniform set. He looks like he's collected these over time.
I'm gonna find darker ones that seems to match your outfit. Only seems right.
I do have an aesthetic. Sure. He takes them.
And I will not take any of the loaded ones.
Okay.
And I will.
All right.
Fair game.
D4
Ooh.
to start. 2 questions.
Okay.
So one way or another, it's going to be 2 questions and 2 pages of your book.
Okay.
If you fold at this point, that's all he gets.
Okay. Two.
Oh, don't say.
Oh.
Just reroll.
Let's re-roll that. Yeah. I looked. I fucking looked. Reroll. Okay.
And this is a collection over time.
So it's going to be the D4's total plus the D6's total plus the D8's total.
Okay.
Yeah. So he rolls and want to keep going. I know I do.
Do one more round.
All right.
At the very least.
4 it is. So now a D6. So you'll be adding this to what you rolled on the D1.
Okay.
How you feeling, Professor? Think you can keep going?
Can't tell if Zach's shaking from excitement or nervousness.
Excitement. He's having a blast.
The stupidest game ever.
Let's go ahead.
Finish. D8. Here we go. Tell me I'm waiting.
3.
A total of.
Oh, a total of.
Mm-hmm.
This is essentially liar's dice. He could lie right now, right?
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
15? Are you lying? He's going to make an insight check.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a deception or persuasion. Interesting. I'm on the DM screen and I don't know what's going on. He's going to make an insight check, though.
17.
I have a
29.
negative.
Jesus Christ.
He has expertise and insight.
Wonder why.
I don't think you're telling the truth. I got 8.
What happens now?
Whoever got the highest wins. What'd you get?
Do I have to tell the truth now?
He's not buying it right now unless you reveal it.
Alright. Guess I bumped it up more than I initially thought, but I also got 8 as well.
This is the best. What do we do?
Yes.
Is it just 6 questions and 6 pages? Even exchange? We both win.
How about a page for a question?
Just one.
Maybe we'll go beyond.
Okay. I suppose that's enough to satisfy me. I'll let you go first. You almost had me with that lie.
Is there any animosity between the plane of air and the plane of fire?
Between the plane of air and the plane of fire. Yes, plenty. But many people have issues with the plane of fire. Again, it is a plane of plenty of evil creatures. Not me, but yes. I would say the plane of air has issues with them.
Very interesting. I'll
I got
hold out the book.
Because it's important. We're gonna do percentile. I want you to decide what percentile is there a chance that he opens up to a page with kindness. Probably.
I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty low
Yeah,
because
I agree.
relatively I don't have that much information.
like a
on
10%
him.
chance.
Yeah.
So 10 or lower, he opens up to a page with Kylus.
Divine intervention.
I'm gonna roll this in the open.
Oh god. I love this so much.
I hate this so much.
That's an 83.
Okay.
So far away.
So far away. Voxstrom? I don't even know what that is. Is it a plant?
It's a place that honestly, well, I think you may fit into it. You're probably better off not
Hello,
being there.
Dan. Neat. You have intricate note taking.
I tend to be rather thorough.
In all aspects. It's around this time that you walk out the door.
Professor! I have no spells!
Buzzkill.
Your kid showed up? Never a good
Who's
one.
your friend?
An acquaintance of mine. I'm doing a bit of research, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. I'll help you out. Hey, I'm pregnant.
I'm annoyed.
Oh god, he's gonna say everything.
Is he a Shatterkai too?
Shattercut.
I am going to shoot you
In the face.
like the professor has been annoyed by your antics. This is a death glare of shut up.
He said with his
Insight
mouth.
check.
Natural
Okay,
one.
decent insight check. Oh. Okay.
It's getting late. I suppose I should retire.
At what point do we show back up?
It's gonna be a little while.
Okay.
Disappointing that it's only a one and done.
You have to leave them wanting more love.
Oh man, this is the best.
I'm afraid to say now, after this,
Frognan.
my...
Was it?
Yeah.
A pleasure.
Yeah, you too. Hey, what kind of elf are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm not an elf.
Can I also though retroactively roll an insight check when he mentioned Shadow Cry.
On him?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's wrong? Getting a little close to home?
A little bit.
My name's Keegan. I don't have anything's happening in my story.
I'm also going to do tactical assessment. Okay, that is 24.
24. Rollies. D20, no modifiers, no abilities. I'll roll this in the open too. Whoa. That's an 8. 13. He seems hard to read. He seemed to be more on the side of just like, oh, who is this person? He's a lot.
Gotcha.
Well, it was a pleasure. I'm going to be in town for a while, so maybe we'll bump into each other again.
Yeah. Possibly. You know, I have a... Oh god, does the professor want to be a dick?
Were you guys playing a dice game?
We were. He scoops it into his bag
No.
and tightens it.
It's very
Puts it
interesting.
away.
I have a friend of mine who is looking to do a performance with your Triton companion there.
If I'm being honest, I don't even know her name.
I've rather seen some similarities between the two of you. Perhaps he may be your type. I'll have to introduce you.
Sure. Where will I be? How about this? And he takes off his choker. Keep this with you. Wear his bracelet. Put on his choker. Do whatever you want. But you'll be able to find me through it.
Is there a chance that I've clocked his hand jewelry?
Yeah. He also has like this very ornate styled ring on his left hand as well.
He seems to be walking away.
Toodles.
Good night.
Anything I can grab?
Roll a sleight of
I'm
hand
gonna
check.
slap his hand.
Roll a
If you
sleight of
can
hand check at
see it
disadvantage.
better. Okay. It's fair.
Two natural.
My first one is so fucking good. 9.
With a natural 1. 5. As he turns around, he bumps into someone, and you, even with the professor hitting, and he doesn't even notice. He's just like, oh, my apologies, Big Lug.
What was I
Keeps
able to grab?
walking. Let's see. I need to look at his inventory.
Yeah, what's in his inventory?
Yeah, what is this inventory?
I'm poking 2 bears at once right now.
You pull out this small crystal. It's almost like an amethyst torch.
Okay.
And he keeps walking.
So he wasn't an elf?
Outside now.
Okay. I think I found a solution to our underwater problem.
Outside now.
Okay, I need to go to my room real quick.
No, you don't.
You coming with me outside?
Yeah.
Alright, what's up?
So, Frogland, why do you feel the compulsion to steal from everyone?
I'm learning about him. I've never seen one of his kind before.
Oh my goodness.
And clearly he pissed you off.
Can you identify this?
And, yeah, I mean, if it's magic, I probably can. Yeah, I can take this to the room. It's going to take a few minutes. I want to show you some things in the room anyways.
All right, well, let's head up that way and...
Okay, cool. So, I found a magic shop. Okay, I'm just really excited. I think I found a way for us to breathe underwater.
Oh, well, I have something like that too. But, well, if it's from a magical shop, then yours may be more effective, but I did get these as kind of a backup.
Oh, hell yeah!
Kind of these dark green like muddied green stems with these like black bulbs at the top.
This is pretty cool. I couldn't buy the one that I wanted. It was like 350 gold, so a little out of my price range. But it's a spell, and if I inscribe it, we can breathe permanently underwater. So anyways, we'll put that on the back burner. Hey, why'd you try to kill me earlier? Like 5 minutes ago. You looked like you literally were wishing death upon me.
Yes, because I needed you to stop talking. I was trying to do a little bit of digging. But also, in that vein, before I say anything more, I really do need this identified.
All right.
Thank God.
I need to know what it can do.
Head up to the room. I'll identify the amethyst that I stole in that.
They're both smart. He's
The
just an
amethyst is
idiot.
mundane. It's just a very nice crystal.
Okay.
Probably fetch a good price. Could potentially even be used in magical components as well.
Cool.
Oh, he's a crystal boy.
The choker is a packed talisman.
Interesting. So would I recognize it as radiating some kind of patron's energy?
No, it doesn't tell you anything else beyond that.
So could I make an intelligence check to see if I can tie that in any way to warlockiness and similar type of magic as Kylus?
Arcana or history?
Cool. I'll take an Arcana check any day, baby.
Can I give them an... I'm interested
Yeah,
in
you
this,
can give them
so-
advantage. You're both
yeah.
looking into this.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Try that
that
again.
would have been a 19 too.
Maybe it will be.
Well, it's not. Still not bad though. Total of 19.
As far as you understand in terms of stories, there are people who make deals with powerful creatures and other entities to gain abilities, magic, and usually it comes in the form of a physical item that is part of that pact.
Interesting.
Can be a lot of things though. Blades, jewelry, books, lots of stuff.
And this one is in the form of a talisman.
Seems like it.
Okay. So this was imbued with magic at some point. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what. It's a magical talisman.
It seems to be bound to him in some way.
Yeah. Why was he special?
Well, if I am correct in my assumptions from what I've found, we ran into Kylus earlier, and he was rather bothered by something. And apparently he is, well, quite literally an old flame of his.
Boo.
Kylus from across the city.
We should go track him down then.
Yes, that is my next move, as I've, well, decided to be a little bit nice to our freeloading friend, and
Hey, you should really take the time to get to know Kylus. He's taught me a lot of really cool things. And I think you could learn a lot from him too. You know?
I would love to learn things from him if he would let me.
Yeah. Well, just gotta cozy up to him, you know. He yearns to teach. He's a natural teacher.
Or I can threaten with revealing that he's here.
I mean, let the truth be exposed.
You already have.
You and Kylus aren't so different. You're both natural teachers. I mean, he could be a professor himself. Who knows?
Fongyan, you are insulting my profession. Severely.
Okay. That's fair, but yeah. I think that okay, I gotta write my book. Goodbye.
I'm going to
In the same room. Like,
leave and go try and find Kylus and Wolfgang. And as I'm walking out, I'm going to take out my book and I'm going to check and make sure that there hasn't been anything tampered with.
Roll an investigation check.
30 pages ripped out.
Advantage because it's my book.
Sure.
God, that's worse. So that's only a It's only 13, but fuck it. Tactical assessment. Tactical assessment. Bumps up to 18.
18. Looking through on the page that he was on, at the very lower right-hand corner, there's a smoochy face. And with that sigh and the gathering of allies, we will come to a close this evening on this episode.
Oh my god.
You fuck. You fucking fuck. You fucking fuck.
My name's Keegan. I don't have any plot lines.
Everything's convening on the Mensa.
This sucks. We should leave.
Never come back.
Let's get back on that airship and let's leave today.
Avoid as much plot as we can.
Let's
Trying
sail
to
off
find
into the
shit
sunset.
out.
I so didn't want to listen to your death glare because I wanted to figure out if he's a fucking Genasi himself. But I was too intimidated by
We
you.
shall see what time unfolds. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining us. You
On
will
Hot Boy Summer.
On Hot Boy Summer
Part
Part 2. We'll see if there's a Part 3. Hopefully not.
Hopefully
we would
not.
love to have them back. We miss you too terribly.
Get it together.
Catch us on all of our socials at 20 Chronicles on all platforms.
Yeah, you know the company.
Every single one. Do I?
Why are you asking me?
Just go to 20chronicles.com.
Do
There's
the
a lovely blog post about.
We have a link tree. And it's got all the stuff in there.
And all of our other things, too.
And all of our other things.
Which
But
is all the same name.
we will see you guys here, same time, same place. Thank you very much. Good night.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Let's go now.